to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, the world champion himself, Sam LaRue, a.k.a. Octane. We got another world champion, one of the best analysis in the game. Give it up for Christopher Duarte, a.k.a. Parasite. We got a multi-world champion, a legend to the Call of Duty space. Give it up for that Slayer, Aches. Of course, we got the executive producer, Mr. Benjay Nassim. And then we got a special guest in the building, Vickle for the Miami Heretics. These guys are starting off 3-0. Vamos in the chat. Give it up for Javi. Javi, what's happening, man? What's good, bro? What's going on with you, brother?
Vamos, baby.
Yes,
What's
sir,
good?
man. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for coming on, Javi. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks for the invite, man. Thanks for the invite.
Hell yeah, bro. Hey, we asked a few people, but hey, nobody gave us a yes but you. You know what I mean? Hey, so shout out to you, bro. Huge shout out to Vickle for being here. And congrats on the start, bro. A little 3-0 start, Vickle. I'm liking that, bro. How you feeling?
Feeling good. I mean, we sit 1 to Christmas break, so feeling happy.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. How's everybody else doing, man? How's Sam and Chris, Ben, Pat? How are you guys, man? How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling great, Tom. It was a 9-0 day, just as everybody expected.
A 9-0 day, dude. A 9-0 day. It's excellent.
Nobody expected these results.
9-0 day, Ben. Everybody expected.
9-0. I mean, listen, I said yesterday it might be a 9-0 day, and like I was right, but I don't think I was right about which teams won. So I'm excited to talk about this, and kind of I think we're in a pretty interesting spot in the league as we go to, unfortunately, a 3-week holiday break. I wish it was shorter, but
the fact that you called a 9-0 day, but it didn't go as it was supposed to go, is hilarious. That's actually crazy. Chris, how you doing, bro?
I wish I was CDO commissioner though. And we didn't have a 3-week break.
Yeah, the 3-week break is definitely gonna suck, but it is what it is. It's the holidays. Chris, how are you, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Listen, I expected one of the results today. However, like all things, they must be balanced, and we got another surprise result towards the end of the day. But it is what it is.
Yeah, yep. Slayer, Pat, what's going on with you, bro? You doing all right? Have a good Sunday.
Yeah, I did until I heard that Ben just wishes we didn't have a holiday break. Is this guy anti holidays?
He doesn't like the holidays, man.
No.
Is this guy the Grinch, Tom?
He's the Grinch, Slayer.
Nah, let me spit on this real quick. Here
we go. Go ahead, spit on it real quick, Ben. Go ahead.
Okay.
Meme ready.
Snap on him.
Right now it's December 17th, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna take next week off for Christmas.
That's expected.
Other holidays. And then we're taking another week off for New Year's.
That's also expected.
Why are we not starting matches on the 5th? Why didn't you start the weekend after that?
Listen, Ben, in Spain, okay, there's a Spanish team. The 6th of January is the 3 Wise Men Day. Please, respect for my country. Viva España!
Ben hates Spaniards.
It's a fucking
You're not showing any respect for the Spaniards.
I had no idea.
Oh, man.
Ben's uncultured.
Nah, he's uncultured. Cancel him.
Holidays, bro.
Cancel this
I'm glad
man.
Javi said something because I was just about to bring up the 3 wise men, bro.
Bank holiday fucking cheese, bro.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's why. That's fucking why, Ben.
There's no chance, bro.
All right, man. Let's get right into it, man. Obviously, 3 matches today. We're also doing community questions at the end of today's show. So command Discord in the chat if you want to join in. We actually have like a live stage going on over there. I didn't even know we could do this stuff in Discord, but you guys can basically join the live stage and raise your hand, and we're gonna be answering some questions at the end of this one. We thought it'd be a good idea since the matches are super quick today, and most of them were blowouts. I mean, all of them were blowouts. So we're gonna go over the maps. We'll review some of these matches, and then we'll hop in and do some community questions, man. A lot of energy in the chat right now, so we appreciate everybody who's joining up and watching. Yes, Ben.
I think if this works well, might use these for some Flank Juniors on like the Mondays or Tuesdays before events.
That'd be dope. I didn't know we could do this.
Yeah.
So this is super cool. This is new to me. Shout out to Chandler. He's been running our Discord. He's been doing a great job. So huge shout out to him. I think the Discord's got like over 20,000 members now or something. I know they've been getting a lot of tournaments going and 8s and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, make sure to check that out. But let's swap on over. Let's lock in and get ready to go over these matches. First match of the day, we have Optic, Texas going up against the Royal Ravens, Carolina Royal Ravens. We got Skid Row Hardpoint, Terminal S&D, Karachi Control, Karachi Hardpoint, and High Rise Search and Destroy. I mean, guys, we'll start with you. Anything in the vetoes, anything that caught your eye, or anything that caught you by surprise?
Yeah, they could have played. Optic should have used this series to play all their worst maps, Tom. Every single one of their worst maps.
You think so? You think at that time of the year, Pat? You don't think it's too early to be doing that shit?
Absolutely that time of the year against this team. Listen, this Ravens team, every single series they've lost has been a blowout 3-0. And the only series they won was due to a Game 5 lucky ninja defuse COD timing evasion mid-cut pinch. So, yeah, absolutely, Tom. I think it's all the top 4 teams should be using these guys as the practice guys for right now. Because yeah, they got a lot to work on. Gwyn needs some help. Gwyn needs some help.
Gwyn
Gwyn is
This
definitely
might
their
be-
best player for sure.
You say that, but I think this hardpoint in particular, watching schedule right now, might be Optic's best hardpoint map because I think
That's the problem. They should be playing their worst one against.
it's like I guess it's your choice of like if you're Carolina, do you play Terminal against these guys, which is like a fairly straight up map, like security spawns got a good chance to win the map, or do you play this one where
There's not a good chance. to win the map.
AG and shots you can just hit infinite fucking pinches on you,
Brother,
triple
this is a
double
skill issue.
positive.
This whole series.
It's a
This
skill
is,
issue.
this
bro.
is a skill
Yeah.
issue, bro. This whole
Nothing
series
more
is a
than
skill
that.
issue, bro. I mean, we could talk. They could be playing fucking comeback uplink 5 maps in a row. It don't matter, bro.
Come
Like,
back up, like-
I don't want to be an asshole, but
Well,
like, they're
let's go into the
outgunned.
listening. Let's listen to Carolina Royal Ravens. Let's see what the vibes are like in the listening. Let's tune in.
He's going in laundry. He's like, low fire.
Yo, one is green, young, laundry dead. I got him. One's young, Dashi.
I'll
Clear your
fire.
push. He was up, okay?
Tell me. There's two there, too.
One more, one top window.
Point
One top plat, one at all. One top plat, one at all. Big win. Nice.
Big
Yo, one top plat, one at all.
Yo, me. He's in tunnel.
Yo, I'm trying to keep
Watch it. Running down tunnel.
Ready?
Yo, top fire.
One shot, ready, top fire. Yo, one is go to steps. Top fire, one bullet.
Fire right if he wants
Top fire,
something.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap back up.
Okay, yo, I found DP5. This one's up one, boys.
This one's up one. Ready?
Yo, one's on back door. One's on
I'm
back
flanking
door.
front of me. He's close back door,
One
guys.
mid. One shot.
Don't need
One
to
shot.
that's man. One could be the fire. I found a little bit to the right. It's in purple, one shot, purple, one shot. Yo, one of them might just be behind that shield. Shot you right now, close up. I'm looking, guys. Ready, I'm challenging close. He was. Yeah, dead. Well, I need to push. I need to push. That's Kenny.
Both guys.
I'm weak as fuck. Okay, I got naded.
Front door, Kenny. Challenge you.
All right, so that's gonna do it for the listening. I mean, some energy. You can see Clay frustrated a little bit at times, but dude, these guys are slow as fuck. I'll be the one to say it. I feel like they're not like when they should be running forward and getting aggressive. They're not. They're just kind of standing around. Like even right there in apartments. Like I don't know what they're waiting for. Like they're just kind of hanging out up there. Like they're looking at their pinch. But the thing is, if you just push the hill and get the time, you don't gotta worry about your pinch. Like that's the problem. Like they're just kind of looking left and right. Like just more decisiveness from them, I think I would say would probably be the biggest issue I see from watching them. Seems like they don't know what they want to do on the map. Like they don't have a game plan. At least
That's been a criticism of GodRx as a player, ever since his first time in the CDO. And he didn't really have a particularly good series either. So, I mean, just something to look out for. Could be, GodRx on the chopping block.
Yeah,
soon if they continue to struggle.
watching GodRx, he was playing just so slow at times. It's like, dude, it's Skid Row. You have an MCW. Like, there's just times where he can take a chow and die, and it'll be okay. Yeah, everything will be fine. But he's not taking those chows. Like, he's not taking those fights. So I just think maybe, I don't know if it's like a confidence thing or what, but we've seen GodRx have good moments, have good maps. Like I feel like he has it in him. It's just, I think it's more just like a confidence thing for me, honestly. If you're just not chowing, if you're not gonna chow, you're not gonna be able to make plays. You're not gonna be able to do anything. It's weird watching them play sometimes and just seeing them play so passive and not take any risk. I mean, you guys know this, bro. To win, especially to beat the best teams, like you have to take chances.
Yeah.
And obviously,
I feel like they're almost like he's almost playing like we obviously know they're at a skill diff in this series, but like they're also mentality wise feels like they're playing knowing that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and that's like you can't think that way. And for me, GodRx, like I was expecting him to come in and like, maybe not be a star, but be a star of this team. And yeah, so far just have not seen that at all out of him.
And
we
this
haven't
is
seen that out of anybody, bro. The only person on this team that's had any sort of upside
I wasn't
has been Gwyn
expecting
thus
it from the
far.
other
Yeah.
other two.
I think Clay's had his moments this year. I think Real has literally been just non-existent. This
Yeah,
whole
he's
year.
got to go. He's got to go.
Like he,
I mean, that
he
was
had
the
a
one
lot.
questionable pickup, no?
I don't think it was questionable. I think Chris can also attest to it. I think Real definitely deserved a shot, but thus I mean I haven't had a memorable moment from a series that they've played this year with him. And Gwyn, he's had his. He tried his fucking hardest today. Shout out to Gwyn. But
yeah.
there's no one on this
I
team
don't
that's
know.
going
I know
crazy.
Rail's a tough one because, bro, he just moved here. Like I feel like they probably should be a little bit more patient with him, but we haven't yet seen the potential on him. Although he's playing from fucking Canada or whatever. But it feels like the disconnect between the ARs and the subs like making impactful plays, and the ARs like backing up that aggression seems
I mean,
a total disconnect.
You
mean,
just don't have time to start out slow in the CDL. Sorry, Chris.
No, you're good. For me, like a perfect example of the confidence thing, and just like I don't know, it seems like even just putting effort into like how you play the map, is Clayster. Clayster doesn't like put up like superstar stats or anything like that, but like when you look at their team and the statistics, he always has a decent amount of damage. When it comes down to his team.
Interactions, yeah.
He's in there. He's trying his best to get involved, and like he's trying to set pace, but he needs to make sure that everybody is on that same page. Because when you look at some of the younger guns who you would think would potentially out talent Clay from like a mechanical perspective, they're not really getting involved as much as him. It makes no sense. They just need to get more aggressive, get some confidence, because at the very least, if Clay has anything right now, it's the confidence to try to at least
they
do something.
clearly have no confidence, because I just looked at the fucking vetoes. They vetoed Invasion Hardpoint in this series. So unless that's wrong, that
Invasion's really good for Optic, though, to be fair.
yeah, but
Like, maybe they
Optic
just
is
don't wanna
also
play
looks
it.
really good at, like, again, think about
Bro,
Optic's
the
strengths. You
vetoes
really
were
wanna scrub
relevant
on
in this
map?
series.
No, I
Vetoes
know
were
there's a skill
relevant, I
diff, but they're
agree.
also
Skill diff.
losing this series before it fucking starts.
This was the biggest
You're
break of the
telling-
map right
You're
here.
telling me, hold on. You're telling me if you're Carolina, you would rather play this map over Invasion against Optic?
I mean, we don't know what goes into their practice. We don't know how they feel about this map as compared to Invasion. Maybe they get literally slammed by everybody in practice on Invasion, knowing
That's a-
Optic's a
that's
great
a
team on
fucking
it.
huge
In
problem.
my opinion, as a player,
just how
this
it
map,
works.
Skid Row, can like be one of those maps where if you out-rotate a team, even if they're better than you can win it. So I feel like maybe they thought it was a better chance for them against
Ah.
a better team.
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like this
They've all
map
seen
you
it
can
get
win it.
slammed over and
You
over.
can win this map by just out-rotating your opponent.
Wait,
But
yeah.
I mean, Optic is just
Out
out-rotating
rotating,
them,
they
so.
lost P2 116 to 0.
I mean, that's why they didn't rotate.
Real quick, before anybody gets to the next thought, I just want to break this down so we can skim through it. I just don't want to pass it, but this was a great break. I think this is where the game was won, to be honest. But AG, he sneaks through mid. Look at this rotation from Ravens. Like, look how they're set up. They have one guy in the hill watching tunnel stairs. They have one guy watching like mid stairs, and then they have two guys pretty much just picking up front. Like, if to me this is almost like I don't want to say red dot chasing, but I will say kill chasing. You know, like I feel like they're just trying to play for kills off hold, just trying to play for people pushing off hold. And it's like, look at where Optic is right now. Like, look at where AG is. Like, nobody's even watching their pinch. And then one goes down, AG finds two. They come in, bada bing, bada boom. And then while all this is happening, Optic's getting this time. Take a look at the play here from Bruce. He's just trusting his teammates now to just pick up those kills at old. They just got a clean break. And then he wins the fight at new. And now they just chain two hills here. They chain two hills. They just go on an absolute tear. I think Ravens break in here at like the last like 15, 20 or something like that. Like somewhere like right here towards the end. And then Optic, they just hold that P2 and they get a big lead. And Ravens, again, just chasing the game the whole way through. I definitely think it's a skill diff. Personally, don't think the vetoes had anything to go about it. But Chris, go ahead. I know you wanted to say something.
I was gonna say I agree with you, Javi. How this map is a little bit easier to win if you out-rotate teams. It could be a little gimmicky sometimes, but then you look at the vetoes and they picked Karachi Control when they had the opportunity to play High Rise, which again is a gimmicky map. And Karachi is one of those straight-up maps, and I saw Optic look really good on it lately. And as you will see later, Pred put on an absolute fucking mixtape on that map. It just doesn't make sense if their thought process is to play a little bit more gimmicky maps to play Karachi against Optic.
I'll be honest though, even if they got the gimmicky maps, like it wasn't helping them.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, this is a very lopsided talent series, and Carolina is nowhere near competitive enough to beat these guys.
Optic set 4 KD records in the series.
Yeah,
That's
basically,
I-
basically
I-
set
I
four,
would-
man.
Yeah.
I would
Cassie was
actually bet-
23 and
Fantasy.
10 after their first map.
I would actually bet every single player on Optic individually is paid more than the entire Carolina Royal Ravens players combined.
Lord,
When you
Jesus
when you
Christ.
think about that, like I think we know why it's a
so it's a
talent
wallet
diff.
diff.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. But I think we understand like that's probably why it's a talent diff. Like,
It's a wallet
and
diff.
that's the downside of the current CDL, right? Like there are teams that are invested into having good teams, and there's teams that are not. And this Carolina, I think the Carolina team was the last team to get put together, right? Of all the
No,
rosters.
No, GLS.
Nah,
yeah, yeah.
they were,
Other than-
they
other
were-
than
I don't even count LAG.
They
at
were
this
they
point.
were like
Yeah.
one of the last ones for sure.
Yeah.
They were one of the last ones. But then we go into a terminal S&D, and this one wasn't pretty either. This was a 6-2 finish in favor of Optic Texas. Just kind of skimming through the rounds. I mean, I think it was Carolina who won like a round or two early, but it was Optic Texas who just won a shit. They were just winning every single round. One strat in particular that I want to pull up. I remember a few days ago, Shotzi was trying to hold this plane by himself, like sitting ladder room. But today they switched it up a little bit, and I really like this play call. Look at AG tucked in the corner there. I just think this is a good play by Shotzi, just kind of jumping up and down, like being a distraction here. And then AG just getting a little freebie here. He gets one, then Ant pops back up off his contact. They win the trades, and now they have a number situation coming out of this 3v1. Just a good setup. I thought it was a good strat from Optic. Just adapting, because I think last match when they had Ant coming up and down that ladder, it was kind of hurting him. He was kind of getting caught out, or he would just back up. They would get the info, but they would lose all the plane control. Which, to be honest, Carolina, they were just giving Optic Texas plane. What do you guys think about that? Just giving them straight plane control. I mean, Vickle, you're here. You're a player. Obviously, you don't want to steal too many of your strats or anything or ask any federal questions, but do you think it's a good play trying to retake plane and just giving it to teams?
I mean, I feel like with the way spawns work on defense or offense, you can get to P1 much earlier than the defensive team gets to Eskies. So a lot of teams have been stacking that side of the map heavier and leaving plane a bit more empty. But I don't know, man. Carolina didn't even like try to push that side of the map either. So on their offense, so I don't know.
Then you fall into problems like this. So like Optic, they just hit him with a little bada bing, bada boom. Little how you doing? They hit him with some tacks. They threw some tacks there. Carolina, they all swap over, and then look, they break their ankles.
Exactly, but you see how Optic. You see how Optic tries to like chow the left side of the map because they know they get there first, and then they rotate to A. I feel like Carolina didn't try to do that at all. I don't know.
They definitely
they tried it once and they ran into a Kenny 2-piece.
Yeah. Well, I definitely
they tried
think
it the opposite way.
Yeah. But it was weird because the first couple of rounds, Carolina just didn't care about playing, and it's just like I haven't seen it too much. Like people at least send 1 or 2 people there just for info at least. But yeah, no, it was interesting strats coming out of the Carolina Royal Ravens. Good play call there from Optic to break some ankles. Couple good rounds, little good strat in the plane from Shotzi and Pred, breaking ankles on the offense, and then this round was just a quick defense. I mean, it was the Royal Ravens who tried to get aggressive here towards Eski, and they just get absolutely mowed down. Kenny not falling off the Eski today. He was able to get a couple kills there and close this one out. Another quick defense. Again, they were rolling through them. We'll take a look at the final scoreboard. 9-4 from Kenny, 8-2 Dashy, 8-3 Shotzi. Everybody having a field day. Any final thoughts on the map 2, gentlemen?
Skill diff.
Skill diff. This last map is even more of a skill. This was a 3-0 wipe in control.
Well, everything. I think the Optic set like 4 brand new
literally
CEO
4
records
KD records
him.
in the single series.
Yeah, which is actually insane. I mean, I'll skim through the control, guys. Really nothing to see here. Optic win 2 defenses, just holding the B point per usual. And the offense, they were just, AG was having a field day, just running around red. I'll skim through it, and you guys can watch the masterclass. Any thoughts on the series as a whole?
Optic have vetoes now. Like they've played Skid Row almost every, if not every series. They played Karachi every series. Like, if these are more so for the better teams in the league, because again, I think if you're like the Ravens, it doesn't fucking matter what you play. But more like FaZe, Toronto, New York, these teams, Miami, shout out Vic. You can't give Optic these maps. I don't know, like
Vamos.
whether you're Vamos, bitch. I don't know if you're playing like if you're gonna veto your worst maps and just give Optic these. Like if you're playing Optic on Skid Row, if you're playing them on Karachi Control, like these are maps that they are just dominating teams on.
Yeah, I will say I agree. I'm also curious though how maybe some things over the next 3 weeks kind of shift with new spawns coming
the
to
spawn
play.
system and stuff.
There's another update that happens in the next couple of weeks that changes spawns again. What we have now might shift that clear, but I agree with you. Right now, if I'm a CDL team, unless we've got the best Skid Row of all time, I would not play these guys on that map.
I will say that Karachi isn't going to change that much in terms of the new spawns, in terms of just, like the dynamic
control?
that you play. No, I'm talking about the hard points and
Okay.
stuff like that. Personally, I would just avoid Karachis and Skid Rows a lot versus this team because LePred is here, bro. That guy started a little bit late compared to everybody else. The first series, he looked all right.
The
but
tweets
like,
today were funny, though.
He's
funny.
back, bro. He's activated. He's looking really good lately, and you got to be careful on these maps where he's allowed to run a sub pretty much full time because he's here. He's going insane.
I've noticed a big change in Pred's game is I think the first couple of series he was playing a little bit slow, waiting too much for people to challenge him, and then make action. He's actually pushing pace and like making plays and putting his gun skill to work. And I kind of like that
It's a
adjustment
green
from
light,
him.
bro.
Get it going, yeah.
Yeah,
that was
he
looking
almost
like-
won this
it's a
too.
good
here.
adjustment on his end.
kind of looking like Vanguard, right? Where he was just like kind of chasing down. Like he's like the way he plays, he's like a hunter, bro. Like he reads where people are and he just finds them
He'll
and
chase
just
you
keeps
down, yeah.
pushing them. Yeah.
This is a disgusting
There's a
angle by
little
Ken, by
angle
the
by
way.
Kenny here. Yeah, I like that too. Through a little crack there. That was clean.
Yeah.
And bro, you could set this spawn trap up like pretty easily for getting kills.
He literally says it in the listen, and he's like, "I'm on the spawn kill spot."
Yeah, nah. This is a good play, and they're losing full. Like, look, Ravens are just getting tagged up. Everybody's getting tagged up off spawn. They're trying to OE. I mean, this offense was clinical from Optic. They played great. Pat, I wanted to ask you, what's next for the Royal Ravens?
A roster change, Tom, immediately.
Okay,
And
what
I
would
wanted
you
to
do?
follow up because you asked me what my takeaway was. I just wanted to say this. My first takeaway is thank
Yeah,
God they
Bruce
got
Wilson,
rid
by
of
the way, Tom.
the blue and red in their logo. Like I thought that looked hideous on the
Yeah,
Ravens. I
terrible
like
scheme,
I
terrible.
like the Carolina blue and white. So that's at least a positive for me. Other than that though, Tom, I think a roster change is immediately on the horizon. For me, I know you guys are saying give Real some time. For me, the time is up. That guy is gone. Up next would be GodRx. If I don't see immediate improvements from GodRx, it's time to think about his next home. Gwyn's the only guy right now that I'm like 100% confident about. Obviously, Clay's had some moments, so he doesn't have to go just yet. But yeah, I think again, this goes for every team in the league who sucks, right? Like you need to get ahead of these roster moves because the teams that the rocker, like we've talked about, there's a bunch of teams who could potentially make changes. You don't want them to steal the players that you could potentially get later and improve your team. And so I think all teams honestly should be thinking about that. And so
Also,
I agree with
some metagaming you could do right now is the amateurs have been grinding the new patch for quite a bit now. You got to think if you pick up some of these amateurs or like even like sign them to substitutes or whatever the hell you want to do over the holiday break that have been seeing success in these like pickup cups or whatever, these early unofficial cups, you could probably get ahead of the curve because these guys probably know the spawns currently with the new patch more than the pros will when they first start
I mean,
practicing.
that's
whenever
kind
they
of
come back.
irrelevant though. They're going to get 3 weeks to play.
Yeah, but I know, but like you're gonna get you start ahead of the curve, so maybe it gives you a head start. So
If anything, they
just
should
something
just
to look
scrim
at.
the AM teams.
Yeah, maybe.
I also want to say that like it catches up on you when you don't get any CDL points, like to try and qualify for champs. I can speak on experience last year. We were just good on the last major. If we were good the whole year,
You
we
guys
could
were
have qualified.
so gross. I'll be at major 4, bro.
Yeah,
You guys were
exactly.
disgusting.
So it catches up on you if you don't start getting points on the scoreboard. So that's another point.
That's why it really only
You can dig
listen, on
yourself a
roster
hole,
change,
man.
The roster change thing, because I think a couple of these teams are maybe a two change thing, and all it takes is one of these pro teams to think about a change, to start talking to people, and it'll get out, and then every other team's gonna like have an internal conversation about.
I mean,
whether they
dude,
should
but
get
think
the
about
next.
it. LAT, Rocker, like there's a bunch of teams who
Vegas,
could make
this-
change. Yeah, Vegas,
Carolina.
obviously. Like there's a lot of teams that probably need to make a change, and so there's only so much good talent in challengers. Like to me, you got to be the first one.
I
It's going to
mean,
be crazy if there's been 0 Challengers Cups and we're already picking up Challengers.
That was
players.
another thing I was going to bring up. Like back to your break thing, Ben. Like think about it. We're about to go into a 3-week break going into 2024, and challengers we still know nothing. That's
Bro, I
crazy.
vented on my stream this morning about this. I'm like, bro, are we gonna like because Activision's gonna go on break? So if they don't say anything by the end of next week, like they're probably gone to the end of the new year. We won't know until the beginning of January. It's fucking crazy to me.
Didn't teams sell passes
Crazy.
already? Didn't Boston already sell passes?
Well, we know Boston will have an open event, but the problem is we don't know how the seeding is going to work going into that event. We don't know how elite qualifiers are going to work.
I was talking to my challengers friends, and I was basically saying like, yo, how funny would it be if you pull up to the first event and they use your MW2 pro points as your seeding?
I mean, that's the only metric they have to go on right now, right?
They
That's
won't.
probably what might happen.
They won't. They'll run at least one cup, but I think the problem is one cup is also not enough either. So like,
one cup is crazy, bro. Like the number one team, internet could go out, like they could get upset and then just fuck the whole bracket.
Yeah.
Like
it's just
any
not an ideal
any
situation.
names, Chris, that come to mind? Any shout outs for people that maybe could get picked up? I know you're kind of in that challenger world in that space.
Just looking at the rosters, people that have been doing great. Obviously, you got your known quantities, your candidates there. You got ASIM, you got Brack, Kremp. Those guys have been looking really good in the challenger space. But for some people looking at some of the people that, or some people looking at some of the players that you may not have heard of, Gunsey is a really good SMG player. Cruz, he's Australian. He looks pretty good. Lunars, that whole team, they team with Eric Boom right now. Javi, you know them. Those guys are all pretty good as well. They're hard workers, very smart guys. So
I mean, literally fucking bans his entire roster.
yeah, but those guys are in Europe, and like we were talking off the show how like the whole visa situation and having to bring over players is going to be hard, especially for the lower tier teams that may not want to spend that money. Obviously, those guys are going to be insane challengers as well. But
what about Pentagram? How's he looking this year?
I haven't seen much of Doug's team. He's on Boston Academy, so I honestly
I think he's logged in. I think
yeah.
he's logged in as a sub, anyways.
Yeah, he's on
already a
Boston's
substitute
sub
for
spot.
Boston. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they're all right. They're all contracted to that Boston org, so there's not like they can walk for
Yeah,
free.
he's the official
sub, though.
CDL sub.
Every spamming Jimbo and.
But to me, it's the same thing. Like they're all signed to the org regardless. Like if another org wanted them, it would still have to be a buyout.
yeah.
Also, boys,
Agreed.
Dave Patty is also back.
Dave Patty, man, what a legend.
He's teaming with Fellow, and they've also been looking pretty good.
What
Their,
a fucking
challengers roster.
legend, man.
Dude, I do want to say one thing before we move on to the next series, though. I know I really hate like talking about roster changes this early, just because it's such a small sample size. But in the landscape of the current CDL and how the format works, if you dig yourself a hole early in the season, similar to what Vic said earlier, like you really fuck yourself qualifying for champs. And I know like we've played 5 matches or 4 matches, whatever. But there's really no time to fuck around. If you dig yourself into a hole, major one, like you're just.
Especially because there's literally 4 teams like that we can all assume guarantee have a champ spot locked up, right?
Yeah.
So there's 8 spots fighting for 4 spots essentially. Like
Also, this we've had conversation about this, but this is potentially the last year of the CDL. Like this is the time to take risk. If you're one of these organizations that might pull out eventually, like at the very least, if you potentially sign some of these people or take some risk, you're paying the minimum. It's not like you're going to be really losing anything. You might be able to make a run in the final year of the CDL potentially.
Yeah, somebody in the chat just asked, "Hey Tommy, can we see the full stats from the series?" And I have them right here. Of course you can.
Oh, it's bad.
you don't want to see him.
This is a shit, dude. Oh,
Got a Rex 0.49, Real 0.52, Clayster 0.66,
5K
Gwyn
damage
1.0.
in 3 maps is.
I wonder if Clay would
something.
say this wasn't a shit on.
Nah,
Remember the last one, the last 3-0?
Nah, he'd probably say this is a shit on for sure. Shotzi 1.4, Kenny 1.44, Dashy 1.61, and a 1.74 from AG. I mean, that is just unbelievable.
On to the next one, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yep. On to the next one. Let's hop back on into the next series of the day. The Battle of LA. The LA Thieves going up against the Los Angeles Gorillas. We got Sub-Base Hardpoint, Karachi Search and Destroy, High-Rise Control, Invasion Hardpoint, and Invasion S&D. Guys, what did you think about the vetoes? Sam, I know this is your team. They got shit
What
out
happened,
today.
Sam?
They got slammed, bro. They got slammed bad.
What happened, Sam?
We tried to rotate to a P5 on P2 sub.
Yeah, I actually... okay, Sam, I actually wrote that down in all caps.
Unless they got some crazy meta strat that I'm unaware of.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna pull up some of these plays. First and foremost, want to highlight Diamond Con a little bit for the Los Angeles Gorillas, bro. Connor has been insane for LAG, bro. I feel like he is by far their best player. Would you guys agree with me on that or no?
Yeah,
he's been gross. Nah, he's been good all year. Even in the losses, he's been performing.
He's been good, bro. He's been insane. And one thing that I really liked about this P4 is what he does here. Just him staying alive, top 3. He knows his teammates are in the back. He's playing
Look at
his
this
life
setup,
up here.
dude.
I mean, this setup right here, like Diamond Con just staying alive and popping all these kills up here and playing his life. I mean, it just makes the break so much easier from LAG. And once they get this break here, they were kind of able to expand their lead. And you guys know on sub-base, it's really, really easy to hold a lead because all these hills are pretty mixy. Like, it's pretty hard to hold, like, solid time on sub-base. So right here, I just thought it was a really good play from Diamond Con to get top 3 control, let his teammates play around the back and just play some kills because it got them a lot of time here on P4. And then we go into the P5 hill. LAG's here early, Sam. I know we talked about this a little bit in the watch party, but this is the one hill on sub-base that I think you actually can hold and lock down some serious time on. Chris, I can ask you here. I mean, do you think this is a money hill in terms of sub-base? Because I think it is. I think this is the one hill you want to try and get to.
Yeah, there's definitely a money hill because you can trap them in the back of that, P4.
Yeah.
However, Thieves did a really good job of getting out and making this mixy, because if they didn't, this could have been a whole lot worse. But one person I want to give a shout out today is Fame Kevin Bonano. I said yesterday if they if Fame turns up, I feel like they can beat this team, and he did more than that. He fried this entire series. I think he was like the player of the match in terms of the statistics in comparison to the last two that he played, where he played abysmal. So he finally showed up, and dude, they look good today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the listening with LAG, and then we'll get right back to the talks. Let's see how they sound.
I'm still on the P2 plat.
Coming right there, not weak. He's push up, close ball. And one shot over snow. One shot over snow.
Near the right side time. Near the right side time. Trophy is it. Trophy is it.
Snow, one snow, be careful.
Try and flip this guy snow.
No, and one's on close snow.
That's no,
top P2, one shot. Top P2, one shot.
I don't see top P2. Top P2, dead.
Nice, Connor.
I need it.
I'm already going. I'm pressing this whole time with you. Spawn 10, I think.
I'm getting that time. I spawn 10, I spawn 3.
Weak Afro. Spawn dead. Feels good.
Spawn 10,
He's backside tank somewhere.
Right,
back P2.
I'll look your left.
Nice job.
Wrapping right, where you at, Nick?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a P2. I'm trying to get a P2.
I'm late. Okay.
Back P2 plat, back P2 plat. I left them.
One mid alley, I think.
Long. Trying to look for guy.
Long one bullet, Danny.
P2 dead. P2 dead.
One up mid.
Before.
He's already here.
On their box. I'm trying to hit him. It's Joe. Yeah, P2. I killed him on the box. Top P2.
Afro's and long. Glass.
Top P2. One of them.
P2 got me.
I don't see P2. I don't see the guy P2. It's top P2.
One shot Joe.
Top A1. A1 dead.
One shot Joe top P2.
And he's weak here. Okay, 1 P5.
All right, this was a long ass listening, so I'm gonna mute that. I thought they sounded pretty good. I mean, Sam, we were talking about it a little bit in the watch party. Just sounded better than normal or than usual with LAG. They were on point today. They looked really good. Ben, I know you wanted to say something, so go ahead, bro. The floor is yours. Thoughts on the first map, sub base. I'm about to pull up where I let these ran to the wrong hill.
I mean, we've seen what happens when like an AR goes off on this map, where they just control like top, middle, top 3, and I thought that Connor did a good job of just getting 1 and 2 pieces and keep it going. I just every time that Thieves rotated to any one of these hills, they instantly got broke by LAG, and they were just never able to play on the front foot the entire map. So I thought it was a really good start from LAG, and we'll talk about the other maps in a moment.
Yeah, also, I wanted to pull up the spawns here on this P4 were fucking horrible, bro. Look at these spawns.
On the P3 was crazy
look at where people are spawning. Like, look, I'm just gonna let this play out here. So watch where Cammy spawns. Cammy spawns right under top 3, which makes sense because somebody's spawning in the back, but then number 8 spawns in the back again. Number 2 spawning out there. 3's dead. I feel like the spawns weren't fucking consistent. They were spawning on top of each other there.
Those actually made sense.
It made sense because number 2 was blocking, right? Like
yeah, number 2's blocking. He dies. They spawn in the back. Number 7 spawning under 4.
Okay,
obviously, because 2's
I
blocking
mean,
the back. Like,
it makes sense for this game, Sam, but in a perfect scenario,
for sure.
that is a terrible spawn.
Nah, the one that made no sense was the P3 after LAT got a 3-piece. I think it was Connor spawned literally right behind him, shot him 2 people in the
but
back.
I'm just saying, isn't that crazy how like
funny.
we'll see shit spawns like that? And we're like, yeah, it makes sense because we know how to read like broken stupid spawns now. But in reality, it's like that is just a terrible fucking spawn. Like he spawns on a free pinch.
We should also make note that like
they also don't rotate here after they die.
It's the last time we're gonna see these shit ass. Well, we're gonna see these spawns in sub base. This game is played. This map plays like completely differently now, especially the middle hills in this map. So we'll kind of talk about that.
Don't hold your breath, Ben. They are still questionable.
But the deep spawns are a little more consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with that.
So this is where LA Thieves rotated to the wrong hill. I was very confused.
No, I gotta rewatch this because maybe it was in the moment thing. Maybe they were trying to get like a setup going, but
Let's take a look here and see where the hell they were going. Okay, so right here, there's about 10 seconds left
P2 on the road.
They spawned P2, and look at them just jump out the windows, and look at them go. Look at them fucking go. They are sprinting to get over to that tin building, that P5. They go 3 dead, 4 dead, boom, and they lose control of the hard point.
Yeah,
they were trying to do too much. So they're
trying to get like a crazy setup, right?
I'm willing to bet. Yes, I'm willing to bet their ideology is like, let's push them out of here and like let's get mid map control, because you're going to see what Assault's doing. If Assault camps here on that rotation up top on that snow, he pretty much prevents any sort of flanking that's going to go on. So they're trying to like flip the map basically to spawn LAG in the back, but like. At that point, when the hill's about to pop,
you got to take what the game is giving you, baby. You spawned it in the new hill.
I feel like you just close the doors, trophies down.
No, you just play out the fucking. You just play out the back and hold from the hill.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't even understand that. If you spawn them in the back, then you just have to give up the setup you have anyway to try and help the guy in hill.
just
So like
it makes no sense. You triple spawn a new hill.
Either.
You triple spawn a new hill. There's no reason
trying to get the
do
10,
this.
in my opinion, whatever ideology they have, is just a horrible play. I just don't understand what the point
I
is.
can understand. Listen, I can understand one guy doing it and getting the top 10 because actually the like makes cover the window blender cover makes sense to me. But then you got to help the guy in hill.
I mean, you can just completely avoid that guy though. If you spawn in the new hill and you play out the back towards P3 and just
100%.
funnel them through the window hop in the side door, then you're fine.
Yeah,
just have a guy like
consistent.
rat on P3 or back docks. Make sure you don't get pinched in the window and you just
from
hang out.
Dynacon.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
Double 40s.
And 40
Listen,
and 32.
I'm just gonna say one thing, bro. If Fame and Diamond are listening to me, bro, fuck you guys. You could have put another kill. Now I'm gonna have Journey on my ear the whole year saying he has a record in hardpoint.
No
So fuck you guys
way.
for not
Does he?
getting
Journey
another
has a
kill,
record
man.
right now? How many kills did he get?
40, but
40.
he got it
40?
first. He got it
Shit.
firse. So who gets it first is the owner of the record.
Vamos.
Vamos!
Oh, that's true.
Slay it. He thought to the
Well,
map
I'll
one.
it's tied
Slay
the
it.
record, but yeah.
Map sucks, Tom.
The map sucks. Slay. You don't like it?
But it's good for prize picks.
Matt,
I will
Pat,
say.
what map
not
do
for
you
Tom's
like?
prize picks,
Not
it's
for
really
my
tough.
prize picks. I hit the. I chose. I don't know. I didn't hit one
You
fucking
didn't
pick
take
today.
you didn't take the over on map 1?
But they
he
raised
had
the
an under on
numbers. They
Cam.
raised them. They raised the numbers, Pat.
Wait, how high are they now?
They were like 29.5, like like around there, like 30, like they're highs, the highest out of any map.
They were fucking definitely.
So it
Getting
threw
the
me off.
squares.
It threw me off, Pat. It threw me off, and I went with unders, and it costed me. But
Hate
it's all
that.
good.
Hate that.
It'd be like
they
that.
got squares like Tom fucking booked on those lines. It's all good.
Yeah, nah, bad decisions, but hey, those are the risks we take. Guys, any final thoughts on map 1 as we head into the map number 2?
LAG look good.
You're like, okay, LAG's alive. We're going to the S&D, feeling a little worried for Thieves, you know. After some of the S&Ds we started, and let's talk about a few things here, Tom. Let's dive in.
Yeah, I want to dive into the S&D now. LA Thieves, they actually win like 2 or 3 straight here. They get themselves a little bit of a lead. This was actually one of those maps that LA Thieves are probably kicking themselves after watching back. This is probably one that they should take. Just to go over here to the 1-3 round. This is a round where LA Thieves were able to work a bomb plant down. But then after they get the bomb down, it just kind of falls apart for them. So you can see how it plays out. 3v3 situation. Bomb's going to go down. Joe deceives. He gets across. And LAG, they break apart this setup. Now, if you guys are LA Thieves, is there anything that you would do differently here post-plant? Me, personally, I'm not liking the chow here from Cammy. I think Cammy should stay down, play a corner, and hide. And make them have to try and find him in a situation like this. Bomb is down. The advantage is yours. He could probably catch somebody sprinting there. He ends up falling. And then Joe deceives. He's by himself, P2. After he planted the bomb, I would have liked to see him back up instead of going towards P2. I
don't mind him. I actually don't mind him crossing there because it makes LAG worry about him.
Yeah.
Cam and Ghosty just needed to like literally play a guarantee because they knew Joe had crossed and they needed to clear the building, so that instantly buys a couple of seconds because they have to kill him to defuse the bomb. And I mean, they just could have played anywhere to just not die. Cam dying regardless of the spot.
Joe should have been the first person to get any sort of contact there on the play, unless LAG forced red control.
Yeah.
I do like Joe pushing through here.
I was gonna say, like, if you're not gonna play crossfires,
Honestly,
you gotta try and at least guarantee at least 2 kills here.
If Joe wins that fight back alley right there against
They have a
Fame,
chance.
they probably win this round, most likely. Because Ghosty's looking over him now, and then he also is just buying time. Nobody's there. It was Fame was the only one at P2 trying to kill him. Everybody else from LAG was looking for Dan, and Dan, again, just playing his life. Wasn't enough. He tried to jump out, trying to make a play. He went down. I thought that was a round LA Thieves probably should have had. And then this is where it kind of spirals. After this round, this is where LAG do some dumb shit that they just run at him. Look at where Ghosty finds a pick mid-map. And then I think Fame, he was like, fuck it, 3v4, let's try and make a play. And then Ghosty sniffs him out as well. So with under 30 seconds, then Ghosty's sitting in his spawn popping 2 pieces. So LAG, they try to get aggressive, but it doesn't play out for them. And in the next round, LA Thieves
Don't worry, they steal the strat.
They steal the dumbass strat, and they do the dumbass shit right back. And they try and push through. Honestly, they get here mid-alley, and then they just try and overchow. I just don't think you should ever overchow that back alley, especially with a Rival 9. I don't really see the point of it. If somebody's just sitting there, he's going to be there with an AR. If you're going to do it, probably need an MCW looking over you. But just expect some people playing top third or playing corners back there, and then you can see LA Thieves. They try and pull a quick one like LAG, and they get caught out. Big round from LAG. And in the 3-4 round, LAG, they favored this B bomb a lot throughout the map. They loved going towards B. Personally, I think B is your best play because if you get the bomb down, there's so many places you can watch it from. You can watch it from top AC, top third. You can watch it from bottom chicken coop. You can see it from mid alley. There's plant spots. You can push through bridge and plant some crazy godheadies. So I thought LAG playing towards B was a good play. Not sure if there's anything you guys would have done differently from LA Thieves in terms of denying the bomb plant. But it started with Fame. And, I mean, Fame went on an absolute tear this map. What was he, on a 10 spree?
Yeah, a 10 spree.
A 10 spree is insane in Search and Destroy. I mean, I felt like Fame was just playing on an island, doing whatever he wanted. And you can see Fame, he finds an entry over by red, and I think that just opens up the map. LA Thieves don't really know where LAG is going, and that's going to open up that B bomb site. Bomb goes down. LA Thieves is putting a blender, and LAG is able to tie it up at 4. Good plays from them. And then things get interesting here. This is where Fame just does some absolute crazy shit. Let's go into a live listen in and just listen to what Fame does here. Let's tune in. Let's listen to the casters.
Completely alone. Opening salvo. Oh, Fame. He's seen a red dot and he's going to chase it. Hungry for the streak. Checks it. Go! Gets 2! Come on, son. You cannot ask for more than that. The 3rd kill for Fame as well. Give me the AC screams in the player cam.
With the 3-piece. I mean, a little bit of bad timing there from LA Thieves. I'm not really too sure what their setup was, but Fame caught a timing. And he was able to find 3 that round. So really good plays from him. I think he ends up getting his cruise missile as well that round. So good shouts there. He's able to use that in these later rounds. And then this round, LAG, again, they use that cruise missile. They try and get this B bomb down. They get it down, but LA Thieves have a really good rebreak here. They're able to contest this. They're able to break on in and get a defuse. I think somebody hops on the defuse, like a little ninja defuse, and the players from LAG are just out of the play. Not sure if I really like the rap from Diamond Con, just because I don't think he can see the bomb. But he tries to make a play towards top AC, and he ends up getting mowed down. And then, of course, Fame is the last one up with a sub. He's not able to do anything. I just think if you're going to get the bomb down B, you should always have people bridge or chicken coop. Just playing like a corner down there or staying alive. Not sure if you guys agree with me on that, but...
Yeah, I mean, pitching middle, how the fuck are you going to kill the guy off and defusing the bomb? If you maybe finesse around a chicken coop and the bomb's planted for you, you can kill a guy and just, maybe play time.
I mean, you could have killed him from mid if the bomb was planted a little bit more like on their side, but it was planted on the corner, so there was just a blind spot.
I just feel like it's doing too much.
He's going to do too much. You have to go through so many lucky angles.
It's a 2v4. They're just trying to hit it.
Here in round 11, this is like, you can just see the play that LAG is trying to build up. Let's have Fame plant an island, try and make some noise over by red and A. And while he's doing that, let's get the bomb down B. And not only does he plant an island, but he also pops the first blood here. Down goes Joe to
Fame had
Siege.
Joe's number. Fame had Joe's number this entire time. Joe kept playing this red building, and Fame just kept sneaking around and killing him every single round.
Yeah,
my bad.
It's just one of
also-
those. It's just one of those maps where my bad, Ben. One of those maps where you have to play on an island on A if you're on defense and on offense. And I just think Fame got the best timing every round, so Joe just couldn't do anything.
Just his day.
But why I like the way Optic play this map is because they make you have to think about that pinch at B. And it's obviously tough if you're sub, you don't want to get bad timing, someone's top 3, but they basically were allowing the guy top 3 to only have to worry about B street, and no point to ever see Afro pinch to spawn. You know what I'm saying? Never keep them on, it's never try to make a play, and I would like to see Thieves add more variation on that, and it keeps Joe too isolated. Because Afro is never in a position to help, they're never in a position to push elsewhere on the map.
Either that, or they had to get bridge control more, the actual site, because they kept playing it reserved, back from their spawn, but they never really pushed up and just held from that statue or the bridge or whatever you want to call it on the site.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, Pat? Any thoughts on the map too?
Good clutch up. Fame obviously just had takeover mode. When someone's playing like that, Tom, I mean,
It's hard to stop him.
usually gonna go their way. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a really good map from him, and he had a good interview afterwards as well. Just a lot of confidence. You could tell he was loving it, loving the win. Big plays there. And guys, any final thoughts on the map 2 as we head to the map 3? Map 3 was an absolute
This was my
bloodbath.
favorite.
High rise
Because they put him in the
control.
same thing that we did.
Yep, the same spawn trap we did in pub, Slay. This was a pub
Patented.
stomp.
The patented.
Yeah. This was
the patented beta spawn trap. I like
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna be honest, this was bad. And you can see how they're setting it up already. LAG, constant pressure, getting pushed up. Fame again, just getting up close on those windows, pinning LA Thieves back in their spawn building. and they just kind of just slay out. I mean, in high rise, it usually goes to lives most of the time. A lot of the times, it goes all the way down to the end, and it's mainly because you can spawn trap pretty easily. And you can see here, LA Thieves, they try to get out. They get out to the right side. They're actually able to hold on and stretch this round out. They're able to get this B point, and they almost get the 8 point. Honestly, LA Thieves probably should have had the 8 point. 2v1 situation, and it's Diamond Con who absolutely poops on him. Sam, what are your immediate thoughts about that? I know you didn't like that too
absolutely
much.
pooped on, bro.
But that 2v1 was unacceptable. Why
It's
did they just double challenge?
unacceptable,
He
bro.
shot, he's in the open.
Unacceptable,
There's no
bro.
cover, and he ISO'd both of them.
He's
What were
literally
they trying to do?
squaring in the middle of the open. No form displayed, no nothing. Just straight gunny.
No form.
No form or nothing, dude.
Form is banned these days.
Just fucking chowing.
Yeah.
Like,
but
this is insane. This is insane.
crazy. I don't
Any
know.
chows?
This is just LA Thieves being
Like-
absolutely terrified. I think that's what it is. At this point, bro, you just got to throw shimmies, find out where it is, and just challenge them. Instead, they're staying down. I don't really know what they did here.
He struck fear into their eyes, bro, is what he did.
I mean, it's Diamond Con, bro. This guy's icy, dude. This
He
guy's
said he
icy,
needed
man.
afro, but like
I was
this is
losing
still
full when
unacceptable.
I was losing full when he wasn't throwing the stun. I was like, "Yo, you have a stun? You have a
Oh,
stun?
yeah, he
you
does
have
have
a
a
stun?"
stun here.
And no tack usage. Listen, Connor, I know you're in chat. Even if he's weak, you're getting chowed. That's how you should. That's how they should have played that.
How you know he's in chat?
He's because I read his name, DiamondCon_. I nated him. He was weak.
Oh, okay.
Because
Fair
makes
enough.
sense.
Fair enough.
Ben, any thoughts on the
my
map
God.
3 to control?
Nah, once Steve's got clutch shot, that was GG go.
Yeah,
fucking
Connor,
nuts.
good fucking clutch, bro. Nice one.
Yeah, and then we go into the next round, and guys, this round was an absolute bloodbath.
Nah, this is clinical, bro.
LA
This is a
Thieves
clinical
cannot
offense.
get out of
man.
their building
This
again.
was a spot I played, by the way. I was the one that was up front. on the
Yeah, I
wall.
was
the one
I
up
was
top
dropping
with the
Pat ammo
ammunition.
boxes.
Yeah, I think Tom, were you
Astro
on the
needed an
barrel?
ammo box.
I
Who
was
was
on
up
the
top on
barrel
the
with
crane?
you. I was on top on the barrel.
Did they not have? They didn't have somebody on the barrel. They were kind of fucking it up, to be honest.
They weren't doing it right. They
man.
weren't doing it right at all. But
I-
you can
I like
see
how
how
they backed
easy
up
it
and stuck
is.
it.
Fame is
Or
feeling
stuck it.
himself. He's giggling. I mean, they're literally just shitting on him. It wasn't even close. And then we go into the last round. I mean, whatever. I'll skim through it. There's an LA Thieves listening. I don't even want to listen to it. Let's listen to it. Let's see what they
Oh,
say.
God.
Let's see if they sound like
Shout
they're
out
just
Joe
fucking
Deceives before this
chalked.
starts.
Flip the fucking top heli barrels. I don't see him. On 8 point. On 8 point. He's on the propane. He's on the propane. That one. They're long. Cap. Weak on me.
They're long,
Really
one
weak
shot,
on me,
out
Kev.
of propane, one shot.
That one there with fans on me, bro.
Good fans.
Top
Yo,
propane.
up there.
Kev, mate. I'm
Four. Already long. Remember, guys. They're close in.
Mid window, Connor, on right windows, right
I got
windows.
it. I got it.
I'm pushing right. I'll get you right. Fucking Billy. Come on, I'm gonna tell
Mid
that.
windows, Diamond.
Power wrap left.
Long on me. Yes.
Ran up middle, ran up middle.
On the bone. Deep
Alright,
bone.
listen, chill. On the B
What's our
point.
plan? Call a plan.
Green tarp, Marty. Green tarp.
Okay. What's our plan right now?
Need to get out right.
Who's on the right? Help's on the right.
Push to the right.
Yeah, I can try.
Yeah, I don't see him on
Estro's
the
green
heady.
tarp.
Ready?
Green tarp. Green tarp, Estro.
Hey, close windows. Close windows.
Close the windows. Nice
Nice
shit.
shit,
Right.
you
One shot. Try to push it right if you can. Probably already way long on me.
Alright, yo. On the crane. On top of the crane.
One shot. Dead.
Nice
Nice
shit.
shit. One second. That's
You can't
You
make
can
shot
come back to B if you want.
Yo,
On the crane is insane, dude.
Top heli. Top heli.
Maybe left.
That's gonna do it for the listening. Any thoughts, guys?
They just sound flustered, bro.
They sound flushed. I also don't know why they're rushing the push out right.
They
I think they
sound
should slow it down and just try and find a kill. Just try and find a
I
fucking kill.
like Joe trying to get them on the same page. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
But they just sound flustered, dude.
I mean, you could tell when the comms are like, chill.
Yeah.
Like, you know they're flustered.
It's Sam. I know obviously you're not a team, leader, but it's night and day from your team last year. There was a lot of composure in your guys' comms last year. A lot of really good small talk and direction. I feel like one thing the Steam team needs to figure out is that piece of it, because it's a lot of. I mean, I know they're down 0-2 in the series. I know it's a tough situation. They're clearly not in a position mentally. To, like, maybe
Connor's
just
waving at him.
Yeah, waving them bye-bye. We'll see you
Yeah,
later.
yeah. Diamond Con starts saying goodbye.
That wave was a little too long, bro. He was almost going for like the princess wave.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? And I was thinking about it, Slay. There's a delay from their end, right? Like there's a big delay as to when everything's happening. So maybe he just didn't know when the cameras would be
He
on
was just trying to
him.
make sure it got seen.
He just wants to make sure that the wave got seen, Slay. I think that's all
Okay.
it was.
But there's no delay.
man.
It's instant.
That's so funny.
No, it's
zero
not
delay.
instant.
It's
No,
zero
there's-
delay.
There's a delay, brother.
I can
but
assure you
they-
there's
but
a delay, Ben.
It's synced to the broadcast.
Brother,
Is
brother,
LAG?
brother, if there is
Yeah.
no delay, that is insane. People would just pull up the stream at home and just fucking cheat.
No, no,
Like,
no, I see what you're saying. You're saying as far as like the match being delayed by a couple of seconds. Yeah, it's a natural transmission delay going back to Activision, going back to YouTube. But I'm
There's
saying
a
as far
delay,
as the
Ben.
sync of the cams and the
it's
broadcast,
more than that, Ben. They
There's a
added
delay,
the-
Ben.
This
I've-
is more of a delay, bro.
it's at best probably like 45 seconds.
Before
That's a
before we
big
move
ass
on-
delay. That's a fucking.
Yeah, but
Almost a
yeah, but I mean, it
minute.
has nothing to do with the waving. It has nothing to do
Who
with waving.
cares?
Who
The cameras
cares,
sync
bro?
to the
Who gives a fuck?
gameplay. The
Why
cameras
is it
sync to
even
the fucking
relevant?
gameplay.
Alright,
No,
my
because-
bad, Ben.
because
My
the
bad.
point you're making is dumb.
Alright,
It's
my
synced to
bad.
the
It was a
gameplay.
dumb
Why does it
point.
matter? You wait for 5
Alright,
seconds.
it was a
It's
dumb
synced to when the
point.
gameplay ends.
Bro, it's a
Dude,
dumb
why
point.
is this even relevant?
I don't know.
Listen,
Ben is on edge today. He hates me today. I don't know what it is, bro.
I want to give a shout
Am I
out.
fucking blasted?
No, you
Like,
good, bro. You good, man.
I want to give a shout out to the subliners. They took over the social media for LAG today. It was actually
shout out
fucking
Laura for that.
hilarious.
She's a fucking G for that one.
They were the ones putting out the tweets today for the LAG
God, man.
series, and also Estriel. It's Estriel's birthday, so happy birthday to Estriel.
Hey, happy
Shout out
birthday,
LAG,
man.
bro.
Happy birthday, Astro. Happy birthday.
Shout out
man.
LAG. They
Listen,
look good. Connor, you're
Thieves are-
gross if you're still in
Thieves are in
chat.
real trouble, bro, because the next 2 series they have, it's not going to get any easier. They got Toronto, and we'll talk about them in a sec. In New York, like they're going to be on 4 L's, I think, before they get to. They might get on 5 L's, honestly.
And they
before
go
get to the
Miami
last
after
matchup
as
start.
well, by the way.
Ah, you're fucked, Nick.
Yeah. Wait, you played them major 2, right?
No,
Two
we play
qualifiers.
them major 1. We play them second weekend. After
Loss.
break.
You're fucked.
Thieves? Are you sure?
Wait, not Thieves. I thought you were talking about AG. My bad.
No, I was talking about Thieves. It's all good.
All right, man. Let's move on to the next map. Yo, we gotta take a look at this first map. I'm hearing that there is red cards being thrown out, so I'm gonna have to take a look at this as the GA
Yeah, look,
commissioner and see what's happening.
Go take a look. This one's a little bit of an interesting case. Tom.
Yeah,
want
Ben.
your thoughts.
I know you took a look at it, Ben. I trust you on what you said, so I'm feeling like I'm gonna see a snake here.
If you know, you know.
It's a bit of a weird one. So first
Well,
off,
let's talk
I
about the
didn't take-
vetoes real quick, and then
Yeah.
we'll get into it. Terminal Hardpoint, Karachi SD, High Rise Control, Invasion Hardpoint, Invasion, Search and Destroy. We got Toronto Ultra going up against the Boston Breach, and Toronto Ultra get absolutely dumped on today. Ben, go ahead.
Vetoes aren't too crazy for me. Chris, your cam's fucked up right now.
I'll fix it.
But I don't think that the vetoes are too bad. It did end up being a weird set though. Like I think because of some of the picks that Boston made here, ended up being kind of, I don't know. I think maybe some big brain didn't really work out here. And finally Boston get like a nice, really good start in a map and kind of close out. I think they got a really good day from Preston. I think they got a great, fantastic day from Snoopy. I think he was fucking everything
Snoopy's
this entire
insane.
series. And I this is a great fucking win for Boston because they're gonna feel good about their progress. Yeah, this is the play right here, Tom. If you want to go back and slow it down, it's borderline if it's 2 pumps or 3 pumps, but I think we can agree the intent is a snake.
All right,
If you
it's the
watch the
GA
slow version.
commissioner. Let's take a look here and really see what's going on. He's clean. I didn't see anything there. Clean.
You think it's clean?
I think it's clean. Let's take a look one more time. That's 3. Nah, he crouched. It was a crouch, right? He crouched.
I think
Let me
he
see.
slid to the heady.
Let me
slid
see.
to the
Let me
heady.
see. Let me take a look here. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down to a 0.5.
My concern is he's also then about to do a third pump.
He
once
slides to
gets
the
killed.
heady. Okay, he hasn't gone down yet. He lays down. It's 2
Dude.
pumps. 2 pumps.
Yeah, but my concern is that, and this is where it's borderline, is that he's in the process of a third pump when he dies.
He's in the process of a third pump.
When he dies, what do you think? Go back.
I
and
think
watch it.
I think it's a
Was
red
he
card.
shooting?
No warm up next match for
You think
sure.
it's a red card, Clay?
Yeah,
See,
no warm up.
He's sliding. This is where it
was he
starts.
shooting?
Lays down. He lays down. I didn't see no third pump. I didn't see no third pump there.
Nah, I think there's some
If he
intent
didn't
there.
die, he would have went down. for sure.
Yeah, there's some intent there.
I think there's some.
I don't know. It's
we'll
2
leave it-
pumps. The GA commissioner's calling 2 pumps. All right, it's a yellow card. It's a yellow
Calling
card.
yellow card?
It's
All
a
right.
yellow card. Matter of fact, let me tweet Capsule right now. A yellow card. Ben, take it away. Let me tweet him a yellow card.
Jesus Christ. I will say though, shout out to the CDL teams for taking away New York's warm up, actually doing something about it. That was cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought that was a good way to not punish somebody because if you chalk a scrim, then someone else doesn't get practice. So I thought that was a good
So,
a good middle ground.
As Tom types out this tweet, you know, this map ended up being pretty close, and we'll kind of take a look at some individual hills. I know Envoy had an all-time bad map.
Still
on
had
this
quite
one.
the stinker this series.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
happened with Dylan Envoy today, man? What
He got
happened,
pooped on a
bro?
little bit.
He got pooped on. He
got
definitely
pooped on a little
pooped
bit.
on. He got pooped on a little bit. It happens, bro. It happens to the best of us. But he definitely had a rough map. It seemed like some of the Ultra guys were having a hard time shooting back. I thought Insight was playing well, though. I know
Toby played well today, too.
Yeah, Toby, too. I know Insight's not always the guy to get like a lot of interactions and just go absolutely insane. But, I mean, today he played really well. He was doing his thing. Just to highlight some things on a map, one of them being the break from Boston. This was just a big break here. I mean, they do the Sam LaRue special. They just push off of old. They spawn, kill these kills in the back, like these guys coming from security, and they were able to work this P3 site here and break on in and get some of this time. I just thought it was a great break. You see Slasher working the pinch as well.
Is this Sam LaRue special?
Not really. I mean,
Sam just likes to
that's what I think is the right play.
Sam just
I wouldn't call it that. I'm not taking that level of credit.
Yeah,
Sam's just
been calling that out on how to play this hill, and they did it.
Boston broke the
break,
entire
though.
map, bro. They broke Burger Hill, which we'll get to later, but
yeah,
Boston was breaking every setup in this map.
Yeah, really good P3 break from them, and then they're able to chain it into the P4. Not only do they work a pinch, get the break on P3, but they also get a lot of time on Plain Hill. Toronto, they were able to get in there and soak up like this last 30. But let's tune in and listen to the Boston Breach and see how they sound.
I got him weak in the back, Top card, scrap, weak, three in the back, with no. Do you my cross?
Yeah, we're having a sec.
Close.
Bring it. I'm leading. Front, dead.
One more try. I'll see you in the back. One top lane.
Yeah, one shot. I have got. He's pitching me.
He killed me, bro. I just found it. They're gonna hit your friend. Never.
I heard for a sec.
One spawn right. Watch out, weak on time. Back right.
Boy. Beyond me, one shot. You're on then.
Who's James? Breaking.
Yeah, Dream's done.
Back up, time.
Yeah, I got
I'm in book.
Here, I need it.
Got that. Close book on me.
No, I got me. Close up.
Red done.
Copy in the copy. Yeah, they're gonna be. Nice. They could be going on
I think he's crossing.
I have gas.
Hallway, honestly.
Could be books.
One red.
One pick on my books.
Yeah, red the books.
Front ammo done. One more front. Two. There's two P1, bro.
Alright, there's one I saw. I have the plane cross.
They might house.
They can't be playing. Yeah, one low red. I have VS.
Could be in me,
Stop telling. Weak. It's a weak. Last one P1. It's funny actually so. I have plane cross.
All right, it's going to do it for the listening. Great listening from the Boston Breeze today. Phenomenal. I thought they sounded great today.
Great. But also, real quick, I might have just seen a spawn that was insane, but I could have been wrong. Can we go back to the beginning of this listening when like there was still a Toronto player collecting scrap time? Because I don't know if I'm faded, but why did Toronto player spawn bottom Eskies when that guy's right above him?
I don't know.
You guys seen this shit?
Let's take a look here.
In a second. This guy should spawn Dreams.
Yeah, there's number 4 there.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's not right at all. There's no way.
I mean,
there's
yeah,
no way
but that
that's
Esky spawn, we know how sticky that spawn is, bro. People spawn Esky all the time.
That's definitely the priority spawn for sure.
Yeah,
I know, but that's
just. I mean, yeah, it just makes no fucking sense.
It makes no sense, but it is how the hill plays out.
How it is.
But it was a great chain from Boston. They locked down a lot of time on Burger. Honestly, Toronto, they get in here. They get into Burger.
Austin hits a nice fucking wall bang right here. I think he shoots him through that little crack, right? You see, like in between the fryer right there. You can shoot through that.
Still,
though,
I feel like Envoy's got to get his ass down.
Nah, Dill's in the 0 and done, bro.
He's got to get on his fucking stomach.
Somebody said he did, because I said Envoy got smoked a little bit today. Somebody was like, a little bit. He had a .48, and I was like, yeah, I guess he's right. He did have a really rough day. I mean, there's no shit.
Worse than got arrested.
He had a .48 today. He got absolutely dumped on today. It happens.
By .01, though, I mean, it shit happens, though.
Yeah, nah, it definitely happens. But
Troy Senator Michaels in the chat literally said you can wallbang the entire left side of Burger. I assume he means coming from
Esky
from the Esky side.
Yeah,
you can wallbang all the metal pieces, and I think like the wall right by the doorway, just not the
there's
actual
there's
door.
Actually like a decent sized Haggy crack like right next to the door that you can shoot through. Oh shit, my bad.
What
that you can shoot through.
Oh no, not the Haggy crack.
Fine.
What do
crack ran worlds anyways? Go.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm talking about. Let him know, Chris. Let him know. Go ahead, Sam. What were you gonna say?
I want to say that Boston played really well today. I know Chris and I were harping on them a little bit for how individualistic they were playing prior to this series.
We were on their ass, bro. We were on their head,
we were definitely on their ass.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
so.
We motivated them. We motivated these
But they
guys.
did a great job, man. They were waiting for each other. They were baiting and switching properly. That Burger Hill was a testament to the teamwork today. So big shout out to the Boston fucking Breach, dude.
P-Dog
And
played
Snoopy, he
great
played
today as
crazy
well.
today.
P-Dog,
Snoopy played crazy today.
all of them,
For sure.
honestly. The whole team played good.
Yeah, but I feel like Snoopy needed to have a series like he did today. You know what I mean? Like he coming in as like a quote unquote rookie. People were looking for a performance, and he definitely had one today against the top end of the league.
Yeah. No, good plays there. Good plays from Boston today, and then just to show a few more things towards the end of it here. I mean, I'll show you where Boston was able to win it. They were able to get a lot of time here on playing, but this is where things get interesting. So Boston, they do a good job here playing for the left side of the map. But I was a little bit confused with Toronto Ultra here. What was
Dill's
their
maybe
setup?
the worst shit I've
That gotta
ever
be the
seen.
worst setup ever, right?
I don't know why they.
Well, I guess
can you
he's
back
thinking,
up like a little
I
bit,
guess
like
he's thinking
maybe
that
10 seconds
Scrappy,
before?
that Scrappy's has his like everything behind him, so he's just like he's playing off of Scrappy's contact here. But what the fuck was Scrappy looking at here? Like he hasn't even shot yet. Like is Scrappy?
I think he's just
shooting
playing
it?
a dirty off angle, like waiting for them to cross. Because Snoopy got here super early off the plane rotation. I remember
Yeah.
saying something about it.
But
in the
I
watch
love
party.
I love the way that Boston.
I
Sets
think
it
he
up,
was
though.
waiting. I think he was waiting to shoot, which I tipped.
Like I like how Austin slow played Esky while the rest of his team went around the back.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great play. I thought this was a well executed break. And we talk about some of these hills on kind of how like some of them are unbreakable. But
I think
this
he was
just
waiting to shoot there.
this just shows you what the pros can set up and how they're able to break some of these hard points. And I just thought this was clinical from Boston Breach. Play for the back spawns. They set majority of their numbers around the back. They get the kills. Austin plays for his kill front Esky, and they're able to work a really good break. And then on top of this, not only is Boston able to hold the cross now, keep him out of Burger, but now they have the spawns going into that P5, and we know about the chain, the P4 to P5. It holds the same spawns. Jesus Christ, Gizmo, I know. The spawn trap is insane. But fucking P5 comes in, and Boston's able to win it here. Great first map coming out of the Boston Breach. Phenomenal place. Phenomenal. Let's have to close it out. Any final thoughts on
Damn,
map?
Gizmo's
one, guys?
going crazy, Tom.
Yeah, I'm going to get him.
Gizmo hates Terminal.
He hates Terminal. It's not his favorite map. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here. Envoy, obviously, big stinker. Beat GodRx's record today. On the other side, 32 and 22 from Snoopy. Great map from him. Just what a map, bro. He's the rookie, man. He's fighting for rookie of the year. He's trying to get some dubs on the board.
And he's been solid too, right? Like he
He's been
hasn't really
solid,
had.
bro.
Yeah, I mean,
he
even
just
though
hasn't
they've been getting
had any,
world
like,
starred,
standout series.
yeah, but he hasn't been getting shit on. Like
Look at Cap's damage too. Cap was putting down shots. He
Yeah.
didn't have a
They were
crazy
working.
map, but
They were working well today.
Yeah.
Yep. Good plays coming from those guys. Then I want to go
damn,
into
Dylan. Sorry.
Then I want to go to the S&D. Yeah, it's a rough one. S&D, it was actually the Boston Breach that get off to a pretty hot start to continue that momentum from the first map. Few highlighted plays that I want to show, one of them being the 1v2 from Dylan Envoy here. This was like probably one of they only won 3 rounds. This was a 6-3 finish in favor of the Boston Breach. So Toronto Ultra obviously struggled here. But let's rewind it. Big 1v2 here from Dylan Envoy. Not even too sure what happened here with Boston. You can see Envoy, he was by himself. He's able to catch Slasher going to the point. I don't know why P-Dog hopped the bomb. I thought he should have just fought it, but it was a good play from Dylan Envoy to get aggressive. This is when Toronto Ultra were trying to bring it back, but Slasher, he bounces back, and he has a response to that 1v2, and he shoots absolute laser beams up here on top 3. Just to take a look here, kind of what happens. It's Snoopy who goes down first. So it's a 3v4 situation here in favor of the Toronto Ultra, and they somehow throw this one away. Slasher, he gets top 3. He's able to line up some shots here, and you can see the Toronto Ultra players, they're starting to read this Boston Breach team going towards that B site. They love it over here towards B. Slasher's able to find one, turns the corner, finds another one onto Insight, almost finds the third there onto Dylan Envoy. So Slasher, he bounces back with a big 2-piece. He makes that 3v4 into a 3v2. They have the numbers, and B-Dog, he gets himself tucked into a little corner here. Ultra runs right by him. I felt like Envoy was having one of those series where it's just like he had to have been frustrated, man. Just running into corner campers, pre-aims, couldn't win some fights. You see the look on Scrappy's face there. He's really not feeling it right now. He's probably just going through it. Then watch this next round. This next round is actually insane. Definitely have to show this one from Snoopy. he just goes absolutely nuts here. He's able to find one kill here, front P2, slides around, and just the way that he's able to dip and dive and play his life is unbelievable. He throws a grenade down, reads the push from Dylan Envoy, and then he also just is able to finesse and play his life here and continue to find kills. You see
0 HP, by the way.
0 HP. I don't know how he's able to stay alive with 0 HP. That doesn't make any sense, folks. Take a look at that screenshot.
They're going to need to fix that bug.
Somehow still alive, but what a play from Snoopy. Just the talent that he has to just maneuver his way around the map. And again, like I know at times people say this comparison, but kind of reminds me of Shotzi a little bit right there. When he's in the corner and he's dipping and diving and sliding around, it's just kind of like some similarities there. Really good plays from Snoopy, just on the movement, just to slide around and play his life. So good job. And no, that was not a Snoopy Shotzi type of comparison. I'm just saying movement-wise, do you guys agree with me that there could be some similarities there? I see it sometimes.
Yeah, he's a very finessey player.
Very finessey, very flashy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good plays. Good plays from Snoop. And then, of course, we're going to the 2-5 round. Hey, Snoopy almost clutches this round. I mean, let's tune in and see. This was an almost clutch. He didn't end up getting it at the end, but the fact that he almost made this play would have been insane. Able to find one in the 1v3. Now in a 1v2 situation, slides the corner, finds another one onto Scrap. And if he just guesses the right way here and is able to do a ring around the rosy here with Kleenex, he might be able to stay alive there and clutch the 1v1. But Kleenex wins the 1v1. We go into the last and final round, and this is where I just have to highlight Capsule, man. He made the play. Really good plays from Capsule. He gets pushed up on the scaffolding here, right under Kleenex here to his left. And Capsule, through the smoke, he's able to make a play here. And once he gets here with a Rival 9, with a submachine gun and chicken, I mean, at this point, you just stay alive here and just deny the plant here on the B-bomb. I remember when AG made the play in the Optic series that one time, and he ran into Bridge and just died. And this is the play that probably should have been made. Just Capsule playing his life, able to find one. And then Scrappy, he tries jumping off the top 3 and chasing Capsule. But I think Capsule was reading the push, turns the corner, able to take down Scrappy. That's the second one from him. And then Capsule, again, making the heads-up play by going back to chicken, staying alive. He knows bomb is down. Him just being there just denies the bomb plant. Cooks a frag grenade, finds a third. And then the last one is going to be Insight, who's in the middle of the street. Snoopy throws some shimmies, gets the information, and Capsule cleans it up. That's an ace for Capsule to end the map number 2 and a Boston Breach go up 2-0. Guys, any final thoughts on the map 2? It was clinical from Boston Breach. Clinical.
Yeah, it just seemed like everything was clicking perfectly. Like every route they took, every play they made was just working out in their favor. It was pretty flawless.
Yeah, really,
that
really
search and destroy.
Yep, Ben, any thoughts? Sam, Pat?
I mean, there's quite a few rounds here. We didn't really get into it a lot. We're at Toronto at a 4v3 and just kind of joked. Can't really be blowing those rounds on Karachi. In a much more improved execution for Boston this search. We saw like crumbs of it against Thieves before they like broke down going up 4-0. I'm glad to see they got one on the board and they were able to keep the momentum going from map 1 and, you know, going to this high-rise control with the opportunity to close out 3-0.
Yeah, Sam, Pat, any final thoughts?
I'm gonna echo what Chris said. I also really like the way that Cat plays that map. I think we've seen a lot of submachine gun players play like middle map super heavy and whatnot, but he's got a lot of looks on that map from what we've seen, and I just like the versatility for sure.
Yeah.
From teaming with him last year, that guy is insane at S&D, bro.
Yeah, he's gross.
Like he's gross.
Yeah,
I mean,
Pat.
that was his come up in what was it? Vanguard, right? On that Berlin search, like a kickoff classic.
Yeah, he just makes the really good plays, heads up plays, stays alive when he has to.
Not
So
only that, like he's got like really good gun skills. So like if he gets into those weird spots, he bails himself out so often in those 1v1s.
Both in the control on both offense and defense. The first 2 rounds go to lives. Boston just works some spawn kills, and they're able to just drain the lives from Toronto Ultra. Which, bro, honestly, you can't say too often. How many times do you see Toronto Ultra just get outslayed? Especially by a team like Boston, who let's be honest, has been struggling to start the season. It's just not often you see it. Anything that you think happened to them today? Think they just came out flat, or do you think Boston just really stepped up their game? I mean, well, Pat, let's go with you on this one. Last map, this was another just a bloodbath. This was a 3-0 Slasher Calls game with a 1v1. I'll share everything, but Toronto Ultra just having a hard time getting kills today, and I know these are your world champs. So what's going on here, Pat?
Oh, I was muted. My bad. How often do you think Envoy's gonna go like fucking 0.48 though. You know what I mean? Like I think it was a bit of both here. I don't think many of Toronto played that great, and Boston obviously had a step up prove it series. So for me, I think it's like it's kind of a good sign for Boston, but it's not really a worrying sign for Toronto for me. You know, I think Toronto will bounce back fine. They seem to be pretty high spirits after. Like I know even Scrap was tweeting like I just don't think this is going to affect them long term, but I think it is a good series to see, like, you know, Boston is capable of beating these top teams. It's just a matter of can they put it together often enough to be able to do it. But I'm still, you know, kind of curiously cautious about this Boston squad. Like, I feel like they can be super inconsistent and
love the playoffs.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
well, I think it.
Yeah, if
was
he
he
would've
going for the roof?
Yeah, he was going for the roof.
Yeah.
He was disrespectful this series, bro. He was
I think that's the first time we've seen it in the match.
you could see him in a mini map, like
No, it
building
was-
it
I
up.
think
Like
it was
he
Fame
went
on
on
the
a
crane, right?
ladder.
Oh, Fame was on the crane. I mean, go
Bro,
for
and he went for the ballsy one too. He jumped off the map onto the ladder. Like he went for the ballsy one. He hit it, bro.
Bro, doing this in a match, bro, you
That's
have to have some
insane.
balls.
There's a
man.
much
Yeah, but
easier way to
they
do
were
it, but I
feeling
think
it though. He's feeling it, bro. Like,
I've seen it on scrims,
When?
but on a match, bro, damn.
Is he doing it with a sub? He's got a sub in his hand doing that shit. Once you get up there, you probably want an AR.
nah, you got an AR if you got a sub.
Oh, yeah, no, he had an AR out there.
He might
He
have
got
picked
the
one
AR
up.
thing.
He's got the ray gun, bro. He's straight.
Yeah,
wait,
he's
is
fine.
he-
Bro,
On
y'all
the top
be-
crane with a sub. It was
I
good.
Y'all
thought
be
Dave, you're gonna
dragging the
hit him
rival
with
line,
a
bro.
sub.
Y'all be dragging this shit, man.
Sam, I thought you were out of being loving for Big AR. Like, what happened here?
They hit my bank account, Ben. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
shit.
I'm a hitman for hire. Big sub. I
know
can't fuck
you
with those
were,
guys.
bro.
Big sub. I just to circle back on what Pat said. I think it starts and begins with a search because I think if you look at the body of work now across all 4 series they played to sort of wrap 2023, I think the respawn, yes, there's some inconsistencies, but they've held their own and respawned against pretty much most of their team they played, other than the absolute shit fest they had against Thieves earlier this week. It's the S&D was pretty much a letdown up until every series until this one. So.
Yeah, just kind of want to highlight the very end of this game. I mean, this just got insane. Look at this. A 1v3 Insight by himself, but the container blows up and 2 of them die, but 1 of them lives. And it's a 1v1. It's Insight versus Slasher. And Slasher slides the corner and just hits him with it. The ish. Slasher wins the 1v1. They 3-0 him in a control. They 3-0 him in a series. And this one's all over. Toronto Ultra. They lose to the Boston Breach today. And it was a good win for Boston because I know Scrappy and Snoopy. Well, not really so much Snoopy, but I know Scrappy has had a lot of choice words about Snoopy's.
Wait, hold on. Back up, Tom. Back up. Watch the cameras, bro. One of them takes out the step and repeat. I don't know what's up with that. The 7 repeat falls apart.
I was gonna say, look at Scrap's face in the post cams. Like he's just like he's got like
He
a little
just-
smile.
yeah,
He's
just-
smiling. He's got a little
Yeah.
smirk.
Fuck these guys, dude.
Look. He's smirking. He was, bro, even after the second map, I think he started laughing or something. He started laughing. I don't know. He's getting smoked laughing. I don't know. I can't read this fucking guy,
Bro,
bro.
I mean, like,
he's
if
looking-
Envoy has a
he knew he was
0.4,
coming,
bro,
bro.
like, what's like,
Yeah,
you
something's
just
off
chalk
there.
it up to, yeah, like, it's not
Well,
that big of
Scrap
a
was
deal.
also coming in here, and I kind of feel him. They were not happy that they played the last match both days this week, and I can imagine it's even worse today, just because not all 12 teams are going to be available for a warm up after anyone that played
I mean,
Friday
they did
and
him a
Saturday.
favor,
someone
bro.
matches,
There was
doesn't wanna
a
warm up.
speed run today. There's no last
Yeah,
match
so.
excuse today. There was a speed run.
Yeah. it was a
I
speed run.
know the guy. I think he, after what he said yesterday, like he was just like, damn, like everyone's
Yeah.
gonna trash talk me now. So he's just breaking all the haters.
Yeah, great play. Great plays here for the Boston Breach. They end up clutching it up. Any final thoughts on the series, guys, before we head into some predictions for
Damn.
Actually, next week's matches are in what, like 3 weeks? Maybe we shouldn't
3
do
weeks.
predictions. We'll just get right into the community
Yeah,
questions.
Yeah, we should say the predictions.
Yeah, we'll say the
Boston,
predictions.
Shout out
Listen,
Boston, bro.
Boston's
win.
got an interesting schedule coming in. LAG, they're gonna play your team, Vickle, and then they're gonna play New York. So I actually think if Boston can find a way to get 2 wins here, they can definitely get into the winners bracket, and Toronto's gonna be just fine. They've got Seattle, Thieves, New York, and Vegas coming up. So I think there's a couple of wins there, and they're gonna be in winners bracket competing with the rest of the top 4.
Yeah,
That was
not
also the first loss by a top 4 team this year.
Yep, 11
Yeah.
and 1.
All right. I say
I
we,
linked something in the TeamSpeak.
Actually,
I'm curious
12
what you
and 1, I
guys think.
in the team speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you not see TeamSpeak, Tom? Do I need to put it somewhere else?
You have to put it in my chat if you want me to pull it up on stream.
All right. Oh shit, Ben, can you put it in
Oh,
the chat?
Yeah, Tommy, he linked the rank play skins.
Oh yeah, can we take a look at these real quick?
Yeah,
Hold
I put
on,
it in the chat. These are horrible.
They look like Power Rangers, bro.
And Paul, I'm gonna link you Nate's tweet. I actually think the Matt had a good fucking comment too.
So what the fuck are those, bro? What is that? Is this actually the competitor? Is that actually it? Like, are these leaks? Like, are these
I'm
like?
telling you, it looks like a Power Ranger.
Bro, what is that? Why do they look like that?
No bullshit. The default skins look better.
Bro, I'm not even, yeah, nah, that is just atrocious. Why do they have knee pads on? They have like knee pads on, like morons. Look at this shit.
Is Crimson the highest?
Nah,
Like,
There's
of the-
iridescent in there,
is.
too.
no, but of the leaked ones,
got
like, is that
knee
the highest? 'Cause they look the
No,
worst.
it's
No, those are top
iridescent.
250 ones.
Here's Destin.
Yeah,
Top
iridescent.
250,
top 250.
top 250 was leaked.
Yo,
That
are
was the
those
first
for
one.
slide canceling?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, everybody's
Those
like
are
it's
for
for
slide
slide canceling.
canceling.
Oh, okay.
Gotta
Some-
protect the joints, Tom.
Yeah, you gotta protect the joints and your knees. You gotta protect those knees.
Bro,
But it's the most
those are the
generic
classic-
ass looking
Oh, that's
fucking
terrible.
skins though.
Those
Like,
look like the classic patches I would put on and for school because there's a hole on my knee for sliding on soccer, bro.
Yeah,
Like-
bro. Those are looking. What's that?
Nah.
What's that tape called again? The KC. What's it called again? The
KT tape.
The
KT
yeah, the
tape.
KT tape and shit, bro. That's what it looks
At
like,
least-
man.
At least the gloves look cool because that's kind of the only thing you'll see when you're using the skin.
The gloves. What do
fingertips.
you mean?
Got the fingertips.
The gloves. They got the like colorful fingertips. So when you're like reloading your gun and shit,
Yeah,
expecting it.
I guess that's
I don't
cool.
know. Maybe their thought process was
Eesh.
like, well, if we pick some flashy color skin, people aren't gonna want to run in and rank play because fucking they're gonna get seen. And I'm just like, you can still think better and do better with black as a predominant color. Like it's too basic ass shit.
I'm still looking at the camos, bro. They released the CDL pack or whatever, and that camo is atrocious.
It's bad.
The white
It's
one?
bad.
The white
Yeah,
and black
the white
one?
and black one, it's so bad.
Let's hop into the Discord, guys, and let's hop into these community questions.
Sounds good.
We have a lot of
Sure.
people who are joining up, so let's switch
Vic
on
will,
over.
join the Discord stage and then we'll add you to.
I don't think I'm on the Discord.
All right.
You have the link?
Tommy's Discord? Yeah, I'll invite you.
Fit down, you can get it in there, man.
Discord.gg/ZooMafia.
Yeah,
Oh my god, there's
sir.
26 people in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people looking for some questions. Let's hop in.
Sound muted.
Alrighty, Sam, you with me?
Yeah, baby.
What's up, man? Smooth transition, smooth, guys, smooth. W production. I'm gonna bump everybody a little bit though. I'm gonna bump you, Sam, Ben. I got them bumped up all the way. Parasite. All right, everybody hear me? Everybody good? All right, man. Look at all of them raising their hands. You see them all raising their hands now? You see all the
I love the
hands popping
decorum.
up?
I love the decorum. I love it.
Man, love that.
Chandler,
I
All
love
can
the
you,
decorum. The
uh,
manners.
Chandler, once Vickle gets in here, can you drag him into the speakers?
I love it.
right, man. Who should we start with, man? What do you think, man? Sharma? I see he was the first one that I saw with his hand popped up.
Sure.
So how do I do? I right click it? What do I do here? Verify member? What do I do?
Invite to speak, or maybe you could drag them at the top.
No, I
Invite
can't
to speak,
drag
Tom.
him.
Top option. Invite to
At the
speak.
top.
First option on the right click.
Okay.
On the right click.
I
First
got,
option.
no, I got it. I was trying to drag him. Hey, Sharma, what's going on, man? Sharma, you there?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right, Sharma, I was
Hey,
about
man.
to say, I saw you raising your hand over there. Just wanted to make sure that you're here, dude. What's going on, Sharma? How are you, man? How you doing, dude?
Pretty good, pretty good. Enjoyed the matches today. You know, there was a lot of door dashes today, so
Yup, a lot of
That
door
was-
dashes, quick matches. Sharma, welcome to the flank. What's your question for the cast?
so you guys did already kind of touch on it, but the question was with the performers from the Carolina Ravens, how soon do we expect a roster change? And like, do we think they're gonna keep the same roster with the new patch coming, or are they just gonna like look for those players who have already been playing the patch?
Okay, yeah,
Who
I
wants this
will.
one?
I'll start. I'll say that I think when it comes to making a change, I think they need to start thinking about it now, especially if you're like management, whether you're the coaching staff or management looking at the team. Like you could tell that the team's just not clicking right now. In terms of when to make that change, like I don't know if they're gonna make it instantly, but I certainly think it's something they should be thinking about and maybe start getting a list of players or figuring out who they might want. But anybody else want to take this, Pat? You got one for this?
Nice one, Pat.
I'll take it. I'll take it
Go
from
ahead and
here.
ask Pat.
I personally think they need to start looking at changes
Pat.
now. And two people that I want to see potentially on this team is Asim. I think Asim and Clay have been able
here we
to work a little bit. No, but I'm serious. Asim would be
No,
a
you
pretty
hear me
good
now?
submachine gun.
Yeah,
we hear
and
you,
then
Wrong
if
mic
they're
on
looking
Discord.
if they're looking to make a change from the assault rifle perspective, right? Godorex and I think Real
Cam's
were the
also
people
frozen,
that
by the way, Pat.
we looked down the chopping block. I think Gunless would also be a good shout. They need some talent on this team. They need some people that are shooters. And I think Pierce, when Pierce gets rolling, he can obviously be a pop-off player. And Asim would bring a little bit more support there in the leadership role and probably complement Gwyn well in the submachine gun category.
All right, well, enough of Chris's yapping. What I said was this is a good point to bring up because Real actually just tweeted on the timeline like 2 minutes ago. He said, "People talk without knowing what I'm going through. See y'all after the Christmas break."
Interesting.
He said after these Christmas breaks, so English almost there. But I think, well, no, I'm just saying. I think they need to make a change, for sure. And before I get into why, first off, you named Shawarma, right? You're not fooling me. I know you're Dan Ghosty. I can hear it. You're Dan Ghosty, and you're trying to instigate a roster change. I can tell. You won't get that past me. But look, again, they need to get ahead of the curve here because other teams are going to make changes. And so if Carolina wants to be a winning team and make winning plays in this league and not, like Sam said, go down super early in the beginning, I think they need to instantly make a change if I'm them.
All right,
I don't think
Sharma.
they make a change till Major 1.
Instantly, Sam. That's what I'm doing.
I mean, yeah, that's what you're doing, but I don't think they make a change until they play on land.
Yeah, they're gonna at least play on land once, right? There's no shot.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
but,
don't
but
think they
I'll keep repeating it. The issue is that if there is a player that every coaching staff rates, and suddenly they hear about one of the CDL teams trying to sign said player, everybody's going to have a very awkward conversation of we don't want to be the one team that didn't pick up this guy who changed our season because we just didn't want to make a change early. So
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. It just takes one. Just takes one.
Well, Sharma, hopefully that answered your question. I really appreciate you joining up and asking, bro. I appreciate you watching the show as well. Thank you for supporting, man.
Yeah, sure, of course. Thank you guys for having me.
Have a good one,
Yes, sir,
Dan.
man. Have a
Ghost.
good one, brother.
Thank you.
All
He
right.
kinda sound like Dan
Yeah,
Ghost,
Ghost.
though.
He
Crazy,
definitely
right?
sounded
That's
like
kind of
that.
like
Let's see what hands we got up. Let's pick
It's a Scooby-Doo
randomly
moment.
here. Let's do Cowboy. Cowboy's here.
Oh shit!
Here we go.
Let's invite Cowboy to speak. Let's see if Cowboy will be joining us. I think he needs to, when I invite him to speak, he needs to accept it on his end. There he goes. Cowboy, what's going on, man? Hello.
Yo. What's going on, everybody?
What's up,
Hello,
Cowboy?
Cowboy.
Hey, Cowboy, how you been, man? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm on my Discord phone right now. I'm on vacation. I'm in Cancun. You know, I'm in
This guy's
Cancun.
in
So
Cancun.
I had to stop
asking
by
a
real
question
quick.
on
You know
the
what I mean?
flight. That
Some
is
of these players will
unbelievable.
be there with you soon.
Hey, room's open. I got it right here. I got my feet up. Let's go.
Hey,
Ready.
Cowboy, talk to me, man, because when you get back from Cancun, we're getting into the coaching session, so I'm going to need you to lock in.
Oh,
brother.
hey.
You know
Me and
what
the
I
squad
mean?
are looking dangerous.
What's,
Let me know.
what's your
Let me
question,
tell you.
Cowboy? What's your question, man?
Yeah, so I've seen a good amount of gameplay from these guys already, and I just want to know: is it time for the Houston Spartans, aka Don Dada, Spart, Proloot, and TJ, to come in for one of these rosters and shake things up a bit? Because I'm seeing some movement that could be tossed around right now, and those 4 names, they stick out to me. So is it time for them to enter the league? And if so, where do they land?
Like as a whole roster?
They're
Whole
not gonna pick
roster,
up as a
yeah,
whole team.
or
Hell no, hell no.
Whole roster, I think you're
Okay.
tweaking, Cowboy. I think you're tweaking.
They're getting scrapped for
Listen,
parts
that
like it's
squad is a
LAT last year,
dynasty.
baby.
I don't care. Okay,
They're not
well,
even the best
give me a
ham team
name.
right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, at least give me a name. Can one of them fit a team? Can one of them make
Oh,
a
yeah, of
difference? Let me
course.
know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're
And
all
if
good
so, who?
players. Like, Donnie's a good player. TJ's a good player. I mean, there's a lot of good players that are in challenges right now, bro, and a lot of good teams. I mean, there's so many different people that they can get. In terms of getting Donnie's team as a full roster to come and change a team, I don't think that's going to happen, Cowboy. I don't think so.
Yeah, well, I got to pick these guys up. I guess I see the potential, but
I
you
think
know.
Donnie's a great player, man. I didn't see him in the league this year, I mean, I couldn't understand it. At least statistically, he was pretty damn good on that Vegas roster. But yeah, I mean, I think he would benefit some of these teams that are looking for talent for sure.
Yeah, so Cowboy, to answer your question, no. We probably won't see that unless any other
Oh shit, question, Cowboy.
unless anybody else disagrees with me, like Pat, Sam, Chris, Ben.
I don't think there's a
Listen,
world where
I
they
like
look
this
like that.
squad, but like they come into
Okay.
PDL as a squad of 4, and it's not
Okay.
pretty.
Hey,
You want to see
Cow-
this team squad up against Toronto, FaZe, Optic, or New York?
hey, Cowboy, thank you so much for joining up and asking a question, Cowboy. Thank you so much.
Of course, of
Enjoy
course. You have a good night, all right?
Enjoy your trip, bro.
Cancun, bro.
Have a good time in Cancun.
Oh, it sounds
Take it easy. All righty, let's go with
Right there,
Purgy.
cowboy.
Let's go with Purgy here. Let's see what he's got for
That's
us.
my boy Purgy.
You know
Hey, Las
Purgy,
Vegas?
Chris? You know this guy?
I do.
or no?
I do. I do.
Is that Purgy?
I think I know. I think I know him.
Purgy?
If I see his
Is that
name.
you, Purgy?
Is that Purge?
Nah. Hey, Purge, what's going on,
shit.
Purgy? What's going on, bro? Purge?
Nice.
Purgy?
Nah, I'm here. I'm here. Yo,
What's up, man?
Yeah, we hear you, Purgy. How you doing, brother?
Yo, it's good.
What's good, man? You got a question for us?
Yes, sir.
What is
So
it?
History. Have we ever seen a game with this many hard points that are almost unbreakable? I've never seen a game where teams are abandoning hills with like 30, 35 seconds left because the next hard point rotation is considered such a money hill that you are willing to concede 30 to 35 points. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Is that Purgy or is that Parasite? We share the same sentiment, man.
Yes, right. I mean, I'll say this is like there definitely we haven't played any or a lot of games where there are this many hills that are like kind of 45, 50 plus second hills, like pretty much unlock. Need to rotate the next one to lock in. We'll see how it plays on the new spawns. I think it's going to be even worse, like AK sub base on some of those now. But we're seeing the pro teams, the top pro teams are finding a way. You know, what you saw today to break Burger Hill, to break Palace Hill, the hills that we think are unbreakable, Dreams Hill, like they find ways to find gaps, exploit mistakes, and get it done. And that's the real skill gap in this game right now.
I wonder what the biggest money hill is right now. Like, what is the hardest hill to break right now, statistically? Skid Row P2, right, Sam? I was thinking Skid Row P2, without a doubt.
Here's top five, Tom. Top five. Ready? Skid Row P2 teams are averaging 57.9 points.
Skid Row P2 is insane. That hill is insane.
60 and P2.
You can't do anything to break that.
Terminal P3 is next at 53. Terminal P2 is next after that at P2 in third place.
Wait. You said Terminal hold on, slow down. You said Terminal P3?
So Skid Row P2.
Yeah.
The Plain Hill on Terminal.
Wow,
The Dreams
really?
Hill on Terminal. Invasion P3, which is like the what do we call it? Like the bathrooms hill. And then Karachi P3.
Wow, Terminal P3 surprises me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Tom, if you think about it, it's really not that crazy. It's because people chalk it up so early because they want they want burger and book. So that's why they're not like exactly.
Yeah, you're so smart, Chris. You're so smart.
I mean, issue is
I got you, bro. That's why I'm here.
Issue is as a player as well. The problem is that like matches play so much different to how scrims do. Like people just rotate so heavily because they don't want to scam the next rotation.
Yeah, like I noticed.
What you guys see as viewers, it's sometimes a bit different to what happens in scrims. I think it's slow. The game slows down a little bit. People don't scam as much as they do in scrims because they try harder. So yeah, definitely.
Terrified to make a mistake in a match. Scrims are
Exactly.
chilling.
Fools are just trying shit in scrims.
People are chatting, bro. Not in matches.
But hey, Purgy, I appreciate you joining up and asking a question, bro, and chilling with us, man.
Yeah.
Later, bro.
And yeah, I'm off the Penji.
Yeah, I can tell. I can fucking tell, Purgy. All right, you go kick your feet up and you go relax,
Guys off the Penjay, bro.
Guys off the Benjamin. I'm not surprised.
Guys on the Penjay to see him. Holy
He's on the
shit.
Penjay to see him, folks. Let's see who's raising their hand. It looks like Tribes is raising his hand. Let's get Tribes in here. Let's see what Tribes is gonna ask us. Let's get him in here. Tribes, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Tommy? How you guys doing today?
Good, man.
What's
good.
up, man?
Good.
How you doing, bro? You got a question for us?
Yeah, I got two if it's okay.
Yeah, it's
but
fine.
If not, I'll just ask one. One thing is for Haggy. If a certain team will ask you to coach, would you coach a certain team or try to improve their standards? If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really too concerned with the whole coaching thing. If it happens, it happens. It's not like something I'm crazy actively pursuing. But I mean, I do it for free. A lot of people come to me for advice sometimes, or sometimes I have discussions with players via DMs and stuff, and I give my takes here and there. But I mean, yeah, if somebody definitely came to me, that would be that'd be fine. I would do it.
Real quick? Can I interrupt and answer? Asim, if you just want to ask Haggy to coach your team, you could just DM him. Like we know you guys know each other, okay?
Yo, what are these fucking KD burner phones that these players are calling in on, bro?
You guys are hilarious,
bro. He doesn't sound like Asa to me. He doesn't sound.
Yes,
like
he does.
Yo, thanks for that kind of vouch, by the way, Travis. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's a good one.
Another one also, Pat. I enjoyed the X-Defiant beta, but everyone wants to know when is it coming out?
Ah, shit.
Damn, that's a great question.
It is.
Yo,
it is.
Tribe,
You
send me the
could-
PayPal. I got you.
You
Man.
can head over to Mark Rubin's Twitter on x.com, twitter.com, and you can check out the latest update. That
I
he
follow both
provided.
of you guys, and
Okay.
you're just blue balling us over here. But
Whoa.
Damn.
Don't blame me for your balls, Tribe. Don't blame me for your balls.
Don't blame me for your balls.
All right.
that's it.
Thank you,
Happy
Tribe.
holidays to you guys.
Thank you,
and have a
buddy.
good night, you guys.
Yeah, you too,
Okay,
Tribe.
don't
Have a good
blame
night,
me
brother.
for
Thank
your
you so
balls.
much, man.
Yeah, no
All right.
way, bro.
This is fun. Let's see who else is coming in here. Nate.
That's comedy.
Nate's holding a hand. Nate. Let's see what he's got for us, man. Get in here, Nate. Nate, what's going on, Nate?
Yo, what's good, fellas?
Nate, what's
What's
happening,
up?
man? You got a question for us? Or one of us?
Yeah. Well, I want to start off, Tom. I'm gonna have to start fading all of your prize picks after today.
Yeah, that's fine.
shit.
That's understandable. I tell people that they shouldn't go do what I'm doing. They should do what they want to do. You know what I mean? But people, Nate, like you, do not want to listen to me. They want to tell me.
I know.
But it's
I
fine.
know.
Yeah.
But my
fine.
question,
I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask about Carolina, but somebody already did that. So Vegas hasn't been icing up. Do you think that they could be one of these teams looking to make changes soon? Like if this continues, and if so, who is out and who is in?
I think for me, I would say for Vegas is they did have some close series that probably could have went their way. So like for them, they're I wouldn't say they're in the same spot as Carolina, where with Carolina sometimes they seem like they're not even competing, like they're just kind of getting slammed. But I do agree that Vegas is one of those teams that is probably on a chopping block and close to making a change here soon. Like if things continue to go on the same path they're going. In terms of who to drop, I mean that's tough when it comes to that team. To be honest, I don't know if anybody in the anybody here's got any answer for that.
You could make. I don't listen. They clearly have a problem icing up. They should have beat Carolina, but they have looked uncompetitive against any good quality
But that's
teams.
not like a crazy compliment. They should
No,
have
it's
beat
just-
Carolina.
It's like I don't know. I think you could make the case for almost every person on that team to get dropped. So it's just gonna come in.
completely disagree with that.
Who would
I'm
you?
still-
Who would you
I don't
drop?
think
Attachers
Miro
look
should get dropped.
unbelievable. Dill's been so good in this game.
I would keep Dill as a main, but it's just then what you're gonna make one change because I don't know if one change fixes all their issues.
I mean, I wouldn't get rid of
make any
Dylan. I
changes,
definitely wouldn't get
man.
rid of
Definitely
Dylan.
not getting rid
They've
of
lost.
Attach. He's been
They've
playing
lost
crazy well.
Yeah, what is
games
Dy-
by like a round or a kill or like a trade, bro. Like no
Yeah,
change.
I was
no
gonna
change.
say I'm on the same page as you, Javi. I think maybe a
definitely
little
should
bit
not
more time. I think the
Nah,
only
hell no.
person I think the only person that you kind of look at and maybe like potentially just put him on a fraud watch is Purge, just because at least in the respawn category he has not been contributing much. They definitely need some help. Nero has been playing really well, but sometimes it just feels like he's not really getting some help on the map. And I mean,
You
he's
guys
probably the
know-
only person I can look at right now.
You guys know who they play to finish this stage? Are you
Yeah,
guys
they have,
aware
they
of
have
their
the worst
schedule?
schedule in the stage one.
They
correct?
play Optic, FaZe, and Toronto. They gained 0 wins with this roster.
Damn.
Okay,
Literally
well
zero.
Boston was on the same thing where we were
Yeah.
looking at their schedule and they were getting shit on. They came
know,
up,
but
they
I mean,
turned up.
Also, in all fairness, if they had any semblance of clutch whatsoever, they'd be what 3-1, 2-2 right now or whatever. Like
Yeah.
the fact
Well,
that like I can tell you what they're thinking is that they are finding themselves in winnable situations, unlike Carolina, who's just
Yeah,
getting skill
I
gapped.
agree.
Like
I agree.
they're
The
putting
Vegas
themselves in
thing-
situations
Nah,
where they're like,
Ben-
"Fuck,
Ben
we
is
should
on
have
a
won
Vegas
this
hate
series."
train right now, though. He was flipping
100%.
out.
I am
Like,
because
the-
they're gonna get 10 points to split, and that's gonna be fucking it, and they're gonna be out of the fucking
I mean,
venue.
yeah, but
Do
Ben,
you
but
think
you want to
fucking
make
dropping
Ben, you
Purge
wanna-
is gonna help them beat
exactly.
Optic, Ben?
That's what I was gonna say. You want to make a
mean-
change? Who's gonna miraculously
Depends who they
change
pick
their change everything and make them win the 3 matches?
Vickle, again, I'll keep saying it. The issue is that if there are players that they rate and they are like, well, maybe we'll figure it out. This is the massive game of chicken that's going to happen. Is that all these teams? It only takes one to actually make the contact, and they're all gonna fucking freak out because we've seen in the past that sometimes these teams are gun shy making a change. They don't get the player they want. That player goes to a team and makes them better, and then suddenly when they actually want to make a change, the talent pool that they want to pull from is not as good as it was before. That's
That's just an unfortunate risk that you take
It's
until
a big
they're.
decision though. Is what I'm saying. It's not like
Until-
you can decide whether that happens or doesn't.
But that's what I'm saying is like until they start getting hoop taped by those teams, like we don't know how they're going to play in the split
we're going to lose those
with
three
everything.
teams,
Just
bro.
yeah, I'm sure, but maybe they
Roster
look
changes
more
aren't gonna
competitive.
beat those teams.
100%.
Maybe exactly. I'm on the same page as you.
One
Ben.
change
As long-
could. One
or not
change
Ben.
could
Sorry,
help him a
Sam.
little
Sam.
bit, maybe.
I mean,
could
bro,
help
they're
them a
finding
little.
themselves in winnable situations. They're throwing 5-2, 5-1 leads in S&D.
Guys, they're not beating
teams.
Bro, they're not beating. Dude, they've been in winnable situations. They've also not won a control. Like, are they seriously going to beat anybody if they're going to be 0-4 in that fucking
Who are they
game, bro?
dropping to beat FaZe, Ben?
Fucking no one, but that's not my point.
Okay.
It's not about the FaZe matchup.
Yeah, we
I'm
can't, we
on
can't
the
argue
same
it like
page as
that. No,
Sam.
we can't argue it like that though. Like
Fine, then they'll go 1-6. Wait till after Major 1 to make a change. And
Okay,
then
well, I'm
we'll-
telling you from the player's perspective,
Ben,
they
I was
think that they should
on
be
your
winning this
side there,
series.
Ben, where it's like we can't look at like who's gonna make them beat FaZe. But I mean, in terms of like trying to make them better, I mean,
That's
maybe.
how Ben's arguing it.
I mean, this is listen.
Tom,
I don't agree. I don't agree with Ben on making a change. I don't agree with him on making a
Bro,
change.
the
They
right
should
now.
not be making a change right now.
Tom,
I
let
agree with you guys.
Whatever.
Go ahead,
Tom, let me
Ben.
ask you though,
Chris.
if you Ben's already been talking a little bit. Let me ask you, Tom, because you seem like you want to say something here. If they had to make a change right now at this moment, what do you think is going to, or who do you think replacing would help them, like maybe find a little bit more success?
Well,
not necessarily close out
listen,
games, but
listen,
just from a
I
talent
want to
perspective.
make it clear. I was agreeing with you guys on Vegas shouldn't make a change right now, and that they had some close matches that they could argue, they could have won and stuff like that. Like I was the first one to say that before I tossed the 40 to you guys. I was just countering Ben's point or Sam when he was just like, "Oh, like who can they make a change now to beat FaZe?" Because I was like, "Well, that's just like
that's the
yeah,
point that
that's
Ben is
it.
arguing.
For me, like I don't think they should make a change, but if they do pick up somebody that's like really, really good that can make a statement and like make an impact on their team, like sometimes just getting somebody in there just to kind of switch things up, like freshen it up a bit, make it new, try and get like a honeymoon period or something. Like a change can help you, bro. Like a one person change can help you. Now I know we can sit here and be like, who can that person be? There's no one. Guys, we all know there's people out there that can maybe get picked up and be a change for this team, right?
I'm
And
dropping
be an
Purge,
impact.
I'm dropping Standy and moving on. Next question.
You say you're dropping Standy?
You're dropping Purge and Standy, yeah.
For
Keeping
who?
Euro, even Dylan.
Damn.
I'd probably drop Standy for a sub, obviously. So this is a good spot for ASIM.
Prem.
I would say the AR combo becomes then interesting though, because it's like I don't think Donnie would want to go to this team. I think Pearson, Dylan, ARs could be really interesting, low key. I think that's something to entertain. I actually think though, if this is the other thing is like, you're also in a potentially like we can try people out situation because we got 3 weeks, see what our best combo is. So
Pat,
Yo, Ben, if they win round 11 against Ravens, would you be having this conversation?
that's a good question. They would have beat Minnesota and Ravens and gotten slammed by you guys in New York.
Yes.
I probably still feel the same way that they really don't have a big chance to win.
I don't think so.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't think you would.
Because you'd be like, oh, they're beating the
I
teams
think
that they should beat. They should make a change right now.
Well,
I love Sam, bro. I love Sam.
I don't like that argument. I don't like that argument.
That's facts. That's facts. Vico, that was a great question. Ollie. Great question.
What are we doing here, bro?
All right. Well,
on,
Pat,
next
you got
question.
anything to say? Pat, would you blow it up?
Absolutely.
If we should blow it up.
If it was for Pat, it would be a 4-team league, bro.
Motherfucker's holding the nuke,
Deadass,
bro.
bro. That's
Oh my God. Standy's flaming Ben. Standy's flaming Ben in chat right now.
We'd have the fucking
Shit,
we'd have
Eli,
the
keep it
Super
up.
League in fucking COD. Ollie would have the Super League in COD.
Hey, listen, bro.
I actually think we should do a draft.
Bro,
your
Pat's
first
been
pick?
talking
Seems
about doing a
crazy.
draft, bro. Draft
I
would
think
be
he seems
far.
crazy.
Bro, that's the only way we can restart the CD or the COD competitive and make it, at least dispersed talent wise, so it's entertaining.
Yeah, we're gonna
top
see
to
a
bottom.
BZ on LAG.
No. BZ, I'd probably draft first.
I mean, tragic.
All right. Well, listen, Nate, I appreciate you coming in here and dropping a question, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being a part of the
having
flame.
me.
For sure, man. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the chat. How many more questions you guys want to do? You guys questioned out?
I'm having a blast.
I'm
right
having
now,
a
I'm
good
not gonna
time
lie.
too.
Yeah, keep it on for as long as you
I
want.
obviously
I'm having a
don't want
blast.
to, force you guys to be here for too long. I'm down to just keep taking questions, and if you guys want to dip, you could dip. But
I think we do it for another like 15 minutes.
all right,
That's
let's
good,
do it.
right?
Yeah, let's do another 15-minute
15
questions. I'm
minutes.
down. I'm down. Let's see who's raising their hand. Yes, Chris.
Get Drills in here. I think Drills will have a good question.
All right, let's get Drills in here. Chris wants Drills. We got Drills. Let's get him in here.
Chris wants everybody he knows.
Drills, what's going on, man?
Nice, baby.
Here he goes.
question.
It's a phenomenal question.
We lost. It's over.
Let me go to some people. Let me go to let's go to
Drills, to
C's.
answer your question, I also think Chris should be coaching.
Yeah, let's go to
What the-
C's.
wait,
Let's see what
I don't
C's
know what
has
he's
to
gonna
say.
ask.
C's is a good guy. C's a good guy. He's always in the chat. He's always showing love. Let's see what C's got to say, man. C's, what's happening, bro?
That was good, bro.
It's good, man. I'll never forget the time you slammed me in Rocket League, but we're on the
Hey,
flake now. We're not gonna talk about
water under
that.
the bridge, man. Water under the bridge. All right, before I
what's
ask
your
my question,
bro?
though, I do gotta say, yo, Tom, you be fucking that head up, bro. You are
I
fucking that head
it's
up,
a
man. You
habit.
be,
It's a habit,
you
bro.
be moving that
No,
shit,
it's
bro.
bad. It's bad, bro. Is the brim getting that bad? Is it that bad, bro?
Yo, yeah.
Bro, don't
nah.
don't wear a hat, bro. I lost my hair because of it.
I
your
literally
hair's
like
looking good though, Javi.
never wear hats though, like ever. You know what I mean? It's just today because yesterday was a rough day, bro. I did like a 13-hour stream or some shit, and I woke up in a blender right before matches, so it was a rough day. But
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
woke
What's
up
your
feeling
question,
like
Cease?
Yeah, you woke up feeling like Royal Ravens.
Damn.
All right, my question. Obviously, everyone here is pros. You know, besides from Ben. No offense, Ben. But from pros that played in the CWO and CDL now, besides the streaming portion of it, obviously that everyone doesn't agree with. What changes do you think we could be made to bring back like the electricity that the CWO had? And then, I mean, what I've seen from Miami, like we brought over like the Spaniard team, and I've been lit every time watching them. We do the listen in. I don't even speak a lick of Spanish, but I be getting lit like hearing them, and I'm just like excited to hear it. So it's like, I don't know, like what do y'all think we could make like international, or like how y'all feeling
Well,
about it?
let me start with this one first. I mean, a lot of things. I think one, being on all platforms would be a big hit for the COD overall, just for everybody to watch on any given platform. It just gives us the most reach. More people are gonna be able to see it. So I just think that'll put us more in the light. Two, open brackets, pool plays, like going back to those old style events where pro teams are playing through pools, but you also have amateur teams that can come in through open bracket, make a run, and try and get themselves up in that top 4, top 6 with some of the best players in the world. I think that's what always made COD great, is like the community and these events and getting the amateur teams there and kind of intertwining those two worlds. I think that's a big thing. 2 best of 5s in a grand finals, I think would be great. I think they should do 2 best of 5s, grand finals. Just keep it simple. 2 best of 7s, 2 best of 5s, whatever they want to do. 2 series. And then, honestly, a lot more, but I will let some other people have the floor here. If Sam or Ben or Pat, you guys can have the floor. But we can do a lot.
Tommy, you got the blueprint. Just dissolve the league and go back to tournament formats. Make it so that these bottom tier teams that no one wants to watch play their pool play matches, get eliminated or get upset, and maybe
throw 'em on B stage.
Exactly. Like, we want to watch the good teams play, and if there are teams that make a run or upset these teams from open bracket, hell, those create a lot more of an interesting story than watching some of these lower tier teams just get shit on. So yeah, you got it right. You got it right, Tom.
Yeah, and Pat, Ben, I don't know if you guys got anything else to add. Javi.
Wait, sorry, my bad. I want to say that thank God we're back, because fucking take my vamos, baby.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
love watching you guys play, bro. All glazed. I love watching you guys
Javi.
play.
Yeah, I
It's
love
so
watching you
fun.
guys play too, Javi. We've been gassing you all week, but anybody, Ben, Pat, anything to add to that? Sam?
I'm just gonna echo what you said. I disagree with the 2 best of 5s. Best of 9s, best shit. I think the tournament format is number 1 though, for sure. I think the was it fucking completely drawing? Oh, the pro-ams or whatever they were. I think that's just the best format by far. And then the other thing, which is just a pipe dream at this point, is the LAN league. Just make the league actually impactful. Whether the players admit it or not, the online atmosphere of league matches just feels fucking horrible to play. When you actually have to show up and play on stage, it feels infinitely better regardless of what it's for.
I get rid of league matches, period. I don't ever want to see a league match ever again.
I mean, I didn't mind the LAN league match.
Let Pat have the floor. His mic is low. Let him have the floor.
One at a time.
LAN, online, in space, it doesn't matter, bro. League matches suck. I think they suck for players. I know when I was playing, they were an absolute snooze. Like, I didn't care if I won or lost, like, at the end of the day, because it's a fucking league match. Like, it's just a glorified show match. Like, get back into a tournament environment. That's what Call of Duty's always been. I think that's what all esports thrive off of. And for me, I think the only place to get back to, like, as you put it, like this excitement is for a tournament format to come back where it's strictly tournaments 24/7. And league matches are put behind us for good.
Let people stream everything as well. Like, At least online. There's like outside of school, scrims. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about like if you're gonna have these, because Halo does it, right? They have their little online tournaments for seeding and I think small amounts of prize pool before their major events. Let these pros stream everything. That's where the viewership thrives. It keeps people interested. It creates storylines. It creates like a more of a fandom, a personal fandom for all these players rather than like people being invested in just necessarily the teams. Like you might even see some of these players that like don't really have these fan bases maybe make a run and people start watching them. Like it's going to create storylines, personalities. It's all around good for the scene.
Also, it's like way cheaper in terms of running the space. But go ahead, Ben.
Other than league matches, what can't they stream right now?
Dude, there's nothing to stream. What is there, 8s? Like no, who the fuck cares?
What about
like,
the 2Ks, the 4Ks?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly that type of stuff. That too, Pat.
Let me take that further. I think 2Ks and 5Ks are actually not the solution. Do the same format. You do it events and just do it online. You do an open bracket that feeds in. Whoever qualifies in then goes to the group stage for the Pro Series, is what Halo does. And it's made those tournaments way better than the host fuck that ends up in 5Ks.
Well, yeah, but that's like the same thing. It's just something that's high stakes, actually competitive, that is gonna basically like allow people to stream, and it's gonna also have like storylines.
Yeah.
Like
you need it for seeding, for brackets. It's league. I agree with Pat. League matches are dumb. I understand why they happen for broadcast hour minimums and all the other franchising bullshit, partner sponsors. But having like the Pro Series like Halo does is a very good compromise in getting seeding requirements going into events and giving the pros at least a fair competitive environment.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean like specifically 2Ks. Like you know what I mean. Like online tournaments. Yeah.
C's, I appreciate your question, man. Thank you so much for hopping in, man.
Yeah, for sure. I hope y'all have a blessed Sunday, man.
Yeah, you too, man. Stay safe, stay blessed. Have a good one, brother. Thank you for hopping in. Let's bring in, we can bring in a couple more. Let's see who we got here, man. Slayer, why don't you pick somebody, man? Go ahead, dabble. Who do you want? Look at who they got to be raising their hand. I love how all the white hands go up, like just the little white circles. I love how that all goes up, bro.
Dude, a lot of these people don't have
up.
names for me. They have just like their letter and then ...
Well, pick a picture you like then.
You have streamer mode on, I think.
Let's bring in Draco.
Draco, where the hell is? Oh, here it is.
He's over the D.
Draco, I'm bringing him in. Invite him.
Oh, with the what?
No, you kicked the game.
Nothing gets by you.
Yeah,
Draco, what's going on, man?
I have 2 questions. The second one's kind of short, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right. So, firstly, what teams do you think will gain an advantage with the new patch, and what teams do you think might step back? Like excluding the top 4, because obviously those guys are talented. So, like, they're obviously still gonna be good on the new patch. But like, what teams like in the mix do you think might get better with the new patch?
There you go. Nichols got confidence. There you go. It's kind of hard to answer that question, is it not?
That is it's hard to answer that, but it is a good question.
Can I do this?
Go ahead,
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I'm gonna rephrase it. I don't think it helps by making them better. I think it helps by delaying the losing. So the teams in the middle of the league right now that are on a downward trend, the break and the change of how the game is going to be played is going to immediately stop that and allow them to like almost regroup and kind of like hit a reset button. I don't think it's going to necessarily make like fucking New York better because you're spawning somewhere else on sub base. I think it's going to help out the teams that aren't like sliding as a way to be able to just like, all right, catch your breath, like figure what the fuck out is going on and kind of reset there.
I think one team that you might want to look at just based off the map pool. So if you have experience in the new patch and you've seen some of these spawns, LAG, I think they're trending upwards right now with their recent win, but they've also looked pretty competitive against New York in the top 14. But their map pool specifically, they seem to favor a lot of sub base, and that map drastically changes with the way it plays. So assuming it changes and they might not be as good as at it in the future. Just mainly the teams that have these map pools, like example, Terminal again is another map that changed drastically. I feel like teams are going to avoid it. They're going to have a rude awakening when they play that map. A lot of teams that favor Terminal again, that could also hurt them. So
I'm gonna be honest. That map needs to be erased after the patch.
That's got to be the first map.
The new patch Terminal is so fucking dog shit. I don't think it's gonna be able to be played. I'm actually serious too. Like I'm not joking. Like I actually think the map might need to be taken out.
Definitely the first map.
Listen, I'm down to scrub inside meat in place of Terminal, please.
That map is
I hear you on inside meat. Good comments.
And I'm gonna make this known. And Javi would love to get your opinion on it. But I'm gonna be honest, bro. Greece is a good map. If the pros say that it's
Tom
not a good
loves
map,
Chris
Javi, if you say it's
propaganda,
not a
dude.
good map, I'm sorry, bro. I
Listen, bro, I'm gonna
disagree.
have people
It's a
swimming
phenomenal
again,
map.
bro.
It's a good-
Like, fuck it
Nah, the
now.
water's not that OP in Greece, though. It's
Can
only
you
on the
freeze the
outskirts.
water though, please?
Can you freeze the water?
Don't make it like last year, bro. I had fucking Paco just doing some dolphin dive shit out of
Wait,
the
you
water,
guys
bro.
love Hydro. I'm not letting you slide. You had fucking Cole Havoc going crazy on
Bro,
Hydro. Shut up.
Nah.
Hey, you guys were so good at that map, though.
That map was ass.
You guys
Okay,
were so
so
good at Hydro. I'm not hearing
Well,
it.
listen, the GA commissioner, we could talk about GA water. We could talk about it. Okay.
If somebody falls in, they gotta hold a grenade.
Yeah, it's over with. Javi,
Immediate red card.
what do you think about Greece? Do you like the map or no?
I actually do like it. I've been playing a lot of pups on it.
I told y'all.
I feel like you. I mean, I hope the spawns are good though, because you could be spawning in fucking Narnia as well. So. hoping the
They're pretty
spawns
good.
are-
The spawns are pretty good on Greece, so from what I've seen. You don't spawn that far at all. Like you could spawn people out if you're working pinches and shit.
It's just
But-
how the spawns work with all the cross lanes on the map, because there's a lot of like weird connectors between all three lanes, and you just got to clear a lot theoretically. So I'm curious
I mean, we-
for pros how they play it.
We cannot change anything till after major one, so we're just gonna stay
Yeah.
with this.
But Draco, good question. Hard question to answer. I don't know if anybody on the floor has any other answer.
You said you
Slaya,
had
Chris,
two, right?
or
Yeah,
anybody?
2 questions, Draco.
Yeah, Draco, what
I
was
think
your
we
other
should,
question?
Okay, so being a college COD member myself, I was just wondering your guys' thoughts on like college COD, since like I know ZooMaa, you watched it a
I
little bit
love it.
last year at the beginning of the game, so I was just wondering what like everybody thinks about it.
Yeah,
Can I answer this question, please?
Yeah, go ahead, Javi.
From someone that went to college before I actually got into the CDL, I did freshman year. I feel like the opportunity to be able to play COD and be able to study a career at the same time, I think is clutch. I feel like a lot of players that are not in the CDL are wasting some of their opportunities to be able to get a career, because I mean, it can be a really harsh world in a sense where you can be gone after a year of playing bad. So
yeah,
being able to have a plan B right there is definitely clutch. So yeah,
Nah,
I feel
it's
like
great.
college COD is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, I definitely
I think
agree,
if you're
Javi.
playing challengers and you're not doing everything you can to explore opportunities in college COD, I think you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're wasting your time. I think being in the league, especially as like potentially some of these guys that would get signed, unless they're Paco level superstar, they're going to be coming in on minimums, and they're going to be coming into lower tier teams where it's very volatile. So having a backup plan, super important. I think recently the challengers have changed their schedule to accommodate people with jobs and people in school. So good for them. I think they're starting to learn a little bit from this perspective.
I was gonna say, what is the schedule in challengers? Because if people have jobs and are in school and stuff like that, you know, like I'm sure a lot of teams can't play, right? Like
They used to do the same schedule that pros did with like the exact same scrim schedule, because which was insane. But I think there's a lot more teams that are on a later schedule where they'll scrim, I think, like 5 to like 9 or something like that, instead of like 2 to 7 type thing.
That is one thing. Like back in the day, I feel like I was doing everything, bro. Working a job, going to school, on top of just like whenever I can, just like hopping on COD and playing COD. It's crazy now to like, I feel like grinding in hours is like so important now. Like you have to like grind every day and put in so many hours if you want to be on like a good team, like a top challengers team. Like ASIM's team scrims every day, like fucking 3 times a day, like a pro team would. You know what I mean?
It was similar back in the day though. Like my entire complexity team, all of us were in college at the time. Like
You said
in the beginning of
were or
Black Ops
weren't?
2.
Yeah.
Were.
They were.
Like
Oh,
all of us
were.
were in college,
Right.
in like either first or second year.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris's team was not, and they were out grinding us in the beginning of BO2. So after that year ended, we all, left school. We didn't go back. That was our last year.
Right.
And then we absolutely had our way with Chris.
Oh
We were playing the
my.
same amount of time. So
So-
I mean, it's
So
always been the same thing. Like people who grind do have an advantage, but I think there is a world now where, especially when you look at like the CDL potentially ending this year, and like we know salaries are going to be affected by that. So even if your goal is to make it to the CDL, I think if you're playing in challengers, there's no reason not to be pursuing college COD at the same time. It's
Right.
by far the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
A lot of the careers that you could be looking at in school are going to pay you more than being a minimum player in the league. Granted, it might not be, your dream, but at the end of the day, like you got to prepare, for the worst case scenario if you're trying to get into esports.
Yeah. All right, Draco. Any other questions for us? You guys 2 questions. We'll probably get another guy in here. But Draco, thank you so much for
Yeah,
hopping
thank you
in.
guys.
I appreciate you.
Question,
Yeah,
man.
thank you for the good questions, man. Very good questions, Draco. Appreciate you being a special guest tonight on the show. Thank you, man.
Tom, we should take one more and then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ben, as the executive producer, go ahead, bro. You pick the last one.
Let's take Ty Hunter. That was the first name I saw.
Ty Hunter, where's he at?
He's right in fifth.
I got him. Ty Hunter, what's going on, Ty? How you doing, bro?
Yo, how are you guys?
Good, man. What's
up,
happening,
buddy?
Ty? Welcome to the
Stand
show.
on
Welcome
you
to the
guys.
flank. What's your question, Ty?
Okay, let me find it here in the chat real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so when/if the CDL ends up collapsing this year, what would an ideal Call of Duty look like in all of your guys' opinions? Like how many tournaments per year, how many teams,
An
bracket
ideal or
format?
realistic?
Ideal. Like if you guys were the ones building it, what would
So,
you
like
guys
infinite
do?
money, like we can do whatever we want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had infinite money.
Infinite
what-
money.
what-
So,
Yeah.
so I'll tell you what we shouldn't
What's
do.
the perfect
12 tournaments, one
Okay,
in
so-
the Tank's opinion?
one tournament a month, one major a
What we,
month.
what we shouldn't do is have a full 12-month season. That would be ridiculous. You got to give players time to be off, for teams to turn over, for people to have lives. First thing off the bat is publishing a schedule at the beginning of the year. Being in a position we can tell people here are the event days, here's when all the activities happening. I cannot tell you how much during the CWL and the beginning of the CDL, it was so fucking annoying for everybody involved to not know when they could take time off. Like that was actually ridiculous. But I assume you guys agree. It's probably 5-6 majors, champs at the end, some like online pro series in the middle, and then some off-season events. Seems like a good fucking structure, right?
I'd be doing side quest events in Germany and Saudi Arabia and fucking. We'd be going to fucking France. We're
flank?
gonna go to fucking.
Germany.
I don't know.
We would have-
Give me
we
anywhere.
would have,
bro. Greece.
uh,
We're gonna be in Greece playing Greece. Go ahead, Parasite.
I was gonna say we would have
I'm fucking with it.
we would host the flank invitationals every single month.
Yeah,
That
no,
would be a deadly.
unlimited money. Sheesh, we could go insane with unlimited money, bro. We can go nuts. But
I mean, sell the league to the Saudis, and they got us, bro.
I mean, apparently the Saudis
Make
are
it like
getting
golf,
into COD, bro.
Make it like fucking golf, man.
I mean, listen, man. Apparently the Saudis might be getting
Well, you
into
see,
COD.
you see what's happening with golf though. It's a bit of a clusterfuck right now.
Yeah, nah, yeah. If the Saudis get involved,
Unlimited money though.
Hey, your favorite golfer just fucking took a $600 million fucking bag, Javi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to $6 million bag as well, bro.
But all right, guys. Ty, any other questions before you dip out, man?
Yeah, I got one last question.
Sure.
My friend said if I got on here, I had to ask Aches, why does Scump only have one ring?
Oh, shit.
No.
World Championship
way.
ring? That's
Yeah.
a really easy answer. It's a really easy answer. Because he met up against me in most of them.
No.
Jesus.
We love that. Slaya.
All right, Ty Hunter. Thank you very much. Thank you for asking a couple questions, man.
Wait, I got another answer for that question. It's because JCap missed the ball throw in uplink.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit.
Because wait, is that what did?
No,
what,
You guys,
shit.
what
was,
was that?
I'm pretty sure.
snowman
What was
through the
that?
window? That was when he was trying to
Frost,
throw
Frost.
through the
Frost
window
uplink,
and he missed
bro.
the whole fucking thing. Yeah, no, that
There's
was
no way Cap got a straight at the end of this somehow.
Yo,
Why would that affect
Slay, you got little
Chance
Slay
wins?
shooters
Yeah,
now
I'm
and
just
stuff.
messing around, dude.
You got a little Slayer minion. That was a minion right there, Pat. It was a Slayer minion. You know what I mean? He's one of your
I
guys.
mean, it's just people who love facts, Tom.
I think you think Ty Hunter bought a blow it up shirt. I think he did. I think he bought one.
It seems like a blowed up
Hey,
owner.
if he did, great investment.
That's what I'm
Are we
talking
doing
about.
blow it up? Pat, are you doing another blowed up run this year? We do another blowed up shirt? Gotta be, right?
He
Gotta figure
should.
something out.
But all right, I just want to thank everybody that came on the show and asked a question. Shout out to everybody who's in the audience that was listening along. I know everybody, I see a lot of hands, man. I wish we could have got to all of you, but we'd be here all night. Swag Magician, is that Porter as a dog? Is that Porter's face on a dog? Okay, listen, appreciate all you guys watching and listening, bro. You guys are the ghosts, so thank you for everybody who joined up in the Discord. And thank you to everybody who watched today, man. I think, Ben, you should hit us out with a little putteroony and we head out of here, bro. What do you think?
I'm down.
Yeah,
All right,
Javi,
man.
you're our special guest, bro. Does he make or miss this
Yep.
shit?
Special guest always has the honors.
Hey, listen. Only thing I want to say is Spain is the champions of 2023. See you in 2024.
So I'm talking about.
Vamos.
Vamos.
Team one.
Sure.
Sure, vamos.
But Javi, is he gonna make
Nah,
the
I'm
putt or
joking,
not?
I'm joking. Huh?
But Javi, is he gonna make the putt though? Is he gonna make the putt or no?
Listen.
That's
1v1
a no.
golf, bro.
Nope,
I need
lock.
to 1v1. He's not gonna make it.
No way. You heard that, Ben? Javi said you're fucking terrible at golf.
I'm saying I'm better than him.
Yeah,
Shit.
he's fucking terrible.
Stepping up to the plate. You know what he does? He moves the ball up a little bit, never brings it all the way back. He steps up and he sinks the putt nice and easy. Thank God. And he flips off the camera. What an asshole. Look at this guy.
He's scrappy.
And he flips off the camera. It's Benji Nassim, the one and only, the executive
Being shit
producer.
talked by a fucking.
I
it's all
mean,
good.
yeah, man. Ben, you're an animal. Ben, you're a fucking animal. That's what I'm
It's
talking
insane.
about.
I hope Granada wins the fucking La Liga, bro.
Nah.
Terrible sport.
They need to
Nah.
bro. How they fucking lose, bro.
No way, bro.
Re-fucking game, bro.
No way,
And Sam,
man.
it's the best sport.
Dog
But
shit
guys-
sport.
I'm gonna guessing Bellingham earlier on the stream.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I think
Hey,
that's
thanks for
gonna
having
do
me,
it
guys.
for
Thanks
us,
for having
ladies
me.
and gentlemen. Huge shout out for Javi, aka Vickle from the Miami Heretics, for joining the show today. Huge shout out to all the co-hosts, everybody in the chat. All right, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go to anchor.fm/theflank to check out audio sites that we're on. Go follow at The Flank on Twitter. Gersh doing a phenomenal job running socials per usual. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, brush your hair, and we'll see you guys next time in another episode of The Flank. Take it easy.
Peace.
Take it easy.